Hit the button.
My goodness.
Oh boy.
Back to All-Star Fandom Prime. We're back here on a Wednesday with a very special guest. We have Charles McFall. He's the Dragon Con digital media track director. We're going to get into a lot of things Dragon Con. That's only about 20 or so days away. And then we're going to go into so much more on the show, but we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Woo! So, Charles, thanks again for joining us again. We're super happy to have you because as a lot of viewers know and on socials, we're going to be at Dragon Con this year doing some stuff. Yes. We got a little panel on Thursday. We got some media stuff that we're going to be able to do. But Jen's first time, Doc's third time, my fourth time at Dragon Con. And I'm sure there's been, how many times, Charles, have you been to, how many years have you been in it so far?
I think 12 or 13.
My goodness.
Okay, so I grew up in the area and I was always told it was a con of alcohol and debauchery, and I had no idea what it was all about. And then I showed up and went, holy crap, I met a real life Alf. And then I saw the gods from Big Trouble in Little China doing all the cool light up hat stuff, and just blown away by it. And so the first year I had another con pay for me to come so I could kind of see what Dragon Con was doing different so they could get the help. And the second year, the year after that, I got attending pro, and then after that I became a volunteer. And I think then after that I became the director. So it was a pretty quick jump to taking it further. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is year 10 of directing, I think.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Yeah, that's a milestone in itself with the 40 years and now 10 for you.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
But straight off the bat, we like to ask our guests too, just to think about and answer. Charles, what's your ultimate fandom? Like, what gets you up in the morning? What's like, hey, I got to sit down and do this, watch this, read this, play this. What's your ultimate fandom?
Honestly, creativity, creating things. I'm gonna give a real like fan fandom, but you talk about get up in the morning. Like I've been doing this series on TikTok and Instagram called audio graffiti, audio vandalism. And I'm taking cartoons or kid shows or whatever that I grew up with, their intro, and I'm putting new music on it just because that's how my brain works. And there'll be times when I'm just sitting there tired end of the day, and then something hits. I go, oh, I gotta record that little video and put the music over it. So it is creativity. If you said, hey, can you be on at 2 a.m, I'm like, all right, I'll take a nap. I'm gonna get on here and create with you guys. And that when you talk about get up in the morning, you gotta check it. You gotta look at. I'm always watching stuff about being a better comedian, being a better creator, just putting more cool media and ways to do it out in the world. But then on top of that, probably my biggest fandom, I've got two that are kind of neck and neck, and one's niche and one's not. The not niche one is the Matrix series. Love Matrix stuff. It broke my mind when I saw the first one, because I saw that as like religion and politics in the world was the Matrix. And then a lot of people don't know this one. Let's see if you know this one. The Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
Every
last one of them.
Yes.
From Pitch Black. One of my favorite.
What about did you play Escape from Butcher's Bay?
Escape from there it is. So Escape from Butcher's Bay is probably that game gets overlooked or got overlooked by so many. Yeah. It went from first person to third person. Your Vin Diesel, your Riddick,
shadows,
the eyes. Yeah. It was. Yeah. I'm glad because that's where my fandom lies for Riddick is that game.
Oh yeah,
that's a special pocket, definitely.
Yeah, that I bought the Xbox or 360 or whatever version it was. I bought it to get that game. I waited until that game came out.
Nice.
And then
it was a good game.
Somewhere in my collection, I actually have Riddick's knives from like a knife shop where they recreated them. And I gotta unpack those and put them out somewhere. But yeah,
that is nice.
Hopefully one day I'll get Kratos Blaze of Chaos.
Yeah. What do you think? Okay, real quick. Sorry. What do you think about they're gonna have to recast Kratos for the movie now because the actor got hurt?
Oh man, we talked about that last week too.
We did, but there's okay. So I was gonna save this for our Fandom Radar later when after our interview, but the thing is that Ryan Hurst, he put out another picture of him as Kratos.
What?
And this is the picture he put out. I wrote, does it make sense? Mainly because he looks better in this picture than he did in the original one that they dropped from Amazon.
He does, actually.
Because
I heard he got a really serious injury, though. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it was
he tore his bicep.
Yeah, he tore his bicep.
You CGI biceps. Come on, man.
Well, one of the things we talked about last week was how surprised we were that they did a recast because they already had 4 episodes done and in the tank ready to go. Now it's a complete reshoot because they want to.
They weren't willing to wait.
Wow,
they weren't willing to wait for him to recover.
Crazy.
Which is understandable a bit, but man,
they are on a timeline, man.
He must have tore it off the bone or something. Like must have been like, hey, it's gonna be a while before we get this, before he can come back. But that looked better than what Amazon put out.
Yeah,
because when we saw that first picture, the beard looked weird. He was in the standing position was kind of weird.
He was bent over, like kind of hunched over. Yeah.
It wasn't how I would have thought. Hey, everybody, here's Kratos. Right. Mm-hmm. So we'll see who lands, if Batista lands that role or if it's somebody else. So
let's go totally sideways and get Melissa McCarthy as Kratos.
Boy, that was.
Why not? Well,
That'll make a great Saturday Night Live skit.
I will.
Her just angry, saying boy.
Real quick. Jeff put in the chat. So for reference, he got surgery already, but recovery is 4 to 6 months.
Oh, come on,
yeah. So
for the money you're already spending, can't you put on hold, do a different project, and come? I don't know. It just seems crazy that you're gonna spend all the money to recast the 4 episodes already.
Yeah, but like during this time, I don't know what level he can work out with that torn bicep.
None.
So So I mean,
he would have to go into physical therapy first before he.
Yeah, he's gonna he's losing muscle the whole time, and you're gonna wait for him to put on 40 pounds again. It's okay, Charles. Have you heard of any like production that's done this before? Does anything come to mind? Because we were trying to think of one last week, but we could never sort of bring something up or pull something out.
The closest I can come was one of the Avengers movies that they fired Joss Whedon at the end of it or something, and it went finishing. Ron Howard came in and finished the movie. One of our
yes, I heard about that.
Was
it it wasn't the first Avengers movie. It must have
been
Age of Ultron.
Maybe it might have been. I don't remember because it was there was troubles, right? And it was deserved. But Ron Howard came in and finished the film. I might be thinking of a different film. I might be thinking of something different. But there's one where a major film was being made. It was mostly done. Oh, Solo was one
Justice
of them too.
League? Oh,
Solo definitely. Ron Howard stepped in for that one.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. I think it was the Lego Batman directors were doing so, and it just wasn't working. And but they didn't want to throw the movie away, so Howard came in and kind of saved it. But that's as good as I can get. I can't imagine.
And good for Ron Howard. I mean, he is an awesome director.
Yeah, I cannot imagine filming anything that was such a great casting that you're already it's so good you're promoting it ahead of time and then have to recast it. I don't know.
But who knows? They could possibly get someone better.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see, and
we'll find out.
Bring Charles back and bring Charles back when we go through those episodes too to see like, hey,
heck yeah, let's do that.
It's like what Pedro Pascal said in Wonder Woman, right? 84. What did he say? Like, it's good, but it could be better.
It could be better.
Like
it could be better.
It'd be better.
Jen, want to kick us off with the next one?
Yeah. So, if you had to describe Dragon Con, like for me, for example, who has never been, in one sentence that actually captures the chaos and joy of it, what would it be?
It is the home you always wish you had.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the moment that you need in the moment that you didn't realize you needed. So sometimes it can be hectic and crazy, and you're walking through the vendor hall and there's however many people there, but you're seeing the most amazing art and crafts and jewelry and other things like that. Then there's times where it's just they have literally chill panels where you just go in and chill and meditate. You can there you go, Stan Lee. You're meeting people, meeting your heroes and getting signatures, getting artists to draw stuff of you for you, doing panels, being on panels. It's random Deadpool conga lines, random Wario, K-pop Demon Hunter dance parties in the lobby.
Yes,
it's the costumes you didn't know that somebody else liked what you like too, and you look over like, oh my god! So my game is right now Slay the Spire 2. It is a very niche game, and I'm just waiting to see one of the 5 characters at DragonCon. Like, I know only 5 people recognize you, but I'm one of those 5, and I love it. It's that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I remember last year, Doc, you and I were in the arcade, and we were. I think you were playing a game, and I was waiting for one, and waiting for you, and then another guy was beside me, and looked over, and I've been like really, really deep into like Red Dead Redemption 2 the last like 3 years still. Like I've replayed it 3 times in the last 3 years. But I look over to him and was like, Arthur Morgan. He gave me like, and he gave me a ribbon after it too. So I was like, man, it was such a good costume. It was like, and what did I do?
And a simple one. And a simple one.
It was so good though. It was so good. So love that description of the chaos.
And you're right. You'll see your favorite characters, and you'll see the weirdest part of your favorite characters. So in the early days of the internet, like I was coming to DragonCon, so it was after 2010. But there was a meme that went out that was Pulp Fiction, but it's Darth Vader and Boba Fett as the characters from Pulp Fiction, right? With the suit,
that is
the hair,
dope.
but they had the helmet, and I'm wearing this T-shirt with the meme on it. And my buddy taps me on the shoulder and goes, look over there. And in the same line, wrapped around, there's Darth Vader and Boba Fett as Pulp Fiction. And I went over and got a picture with them. So yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, it is your people, however you define your people.
Yeah.
And,
I love that.
Doc, and not to cut you off again, because I know you got one coming up. It's what I told you when I got off the MARTA for the first time, when I went the first time. I was like, it was overwhelming, but it was like, man, I think I found my people, man.
Yep.
And I just
and then he was like, you got to come next year. And I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know.
What is it? One of the 90s cartoons, like, although I was going to have or something, there's a little chihuahua was like, if this is torture, chain me up and whip me, baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's like overwhelming. You're like, you get shocked for a second, and then it just adjusts, and you're like, oh, we're cool. We're good.
Yeah, I remember when I went to New York Comic Con for the first time, because I live in New York. I went in 2021 after I moved back up from living down south. And you always have that moment of just complete overwhelm because there's so much to do. And then just seeing, to what you said before, your people gathering together and just coming together to celebrate all of the different fandoms that we all love. And, sometimes getting that feeling of, wow, I'm not the weird one. This is fantastic.
I was just about to say that. Like stuff that people said you were weird for.
Yeah.
You go to Dragon Con or any con and you see people doing that. You was like, oh, this is where I should have been, all those years ago anyway.
Right. And then to realize it's not just 5 of us. There's right now we're in the 75,000-ish range of where we kind of like to keep it. Of people, plus all the people who come out to the parades. You're talking 100,000 people are like you easily.
Love it. It is a lot.
So tell me this: how did you become the DragonCon digital media director? Like, did they call you and be like, "Hey, we like you, we want, come on through"?
That would make me very happy because it would have struck my ego. But before I say, I want to give give a quick beginner tip or two beginner tips. One is bring your team, you bring people. It helps to go with somebody who's already been. That's very helpful. And then understand there's no way to see it all. And it's okay to just focus in on the little areas that you love and just touch on those spaces and leave yourself some freedom to flow. But teams are important because it's helpful to have somebody know their way around.
Well, I'm grateful for going with both Deonne and Doc, who have been before, then two of my best friends, Mina and Aubrey, who have been before. They're going to be there too, hanging with us. So it's really nice. And they're in the chat. So it's going to be nice for me to have my group of friends around me for my first experience at Dragon Con. So I'm so excited for me to do this with family. Definitely.
Yeah. And good. And then I think it enhances the experience. And then it's almost like Fight Club. We do talk about Dragon Con, but then the second thing is you got to bring somebody to Dragon Con ultimately and let them have that freedom that you found, that breath. So how to become a director? So I've always been a big production guy. I've always been the show must be right for the people kind of guy. I've been doing digital media for 22 years now. And nice. I did other kind of productions before that. And I actually worked for a professional production crew where we'd go out to hayfields and set up stages. And all of a sudden now there's this big concert going on for the whole day. And then we tear it down. And the next day it's like, that's just a hayfield again. So I got to see a lot of that back end and how the audio is done and lighting's done and that kind of thing. So when I first came to the track, so all I did the first year was stay with the podcast track. Like I barely branched off of that. And that's one room in one of the 5 host hotels on the many floors in the hotel. So I really made my Dragon Con small, but it worked for me. And at the end of that year, I was like, man, there's so much more we could be doing with this, so much better we could do. And I kind of asked it that way and hurt some people's feelings because, like, we're trying our best. And I didn't mean to hurt their feelings. I don't come with problems.
The voice.
I come with solutions.
We're trying our best, man.
And that was almost dead on. Like, he was wiping away a tear. I'm like, why are you crying, bro? But
there's no crying in baseball.
I know, right?
But I was like, no, I'm not hating on you. I actually have solutions. I have speakers and microphone kits and amps and soundboards, and I live local to the con, so I can help. And then so the next year, donated some gear and this and that and the other. And then I became a volunteer. Maybe I became a volunteer the second year. I remember I've always double dipped, as in I've been attending pro for a very long time, and then I became a volunteer, and then I became a director. But it comes down to the team that was holding it together, the podcast track. They knew that they didn't want it to die. They knew that they couldn't put the energy into it. This is their words, that they basically couldn't put the energy into it to take it where it needed to go. So they were holding it together, hoping that somebody, the right person, would come along. And a hero comes along. There's your 5 seconds of copyright.
Yeah. In a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of heard Chad Kroger. I heard Chad Kroger, a hero will save us. But
such a good song though.
Yeah, love it.
I love that song. I wasted on that movie. It could be anyway. So the director, he's like, would you like to be the director? Would you take this on? And the creator me was like, yes. The reality me was like, I'm on the hustle, dude. Like everything I do, I've done so much free. I've got to make money at what I do. I am a professional. And he's like, well, they don't pay you. There's a little bit of a give and take here. They do give you a hotel room to take care of you. Think about it. So I thought about it in the first year that I directed. I call that year my shadow. I was a shadow director because basically he turned over everything to me, just kind of supervised, made sure I didn't wreck the train. And I just put on the show that I wanted to put on. And he gave me credit for it, which I didn't need. I was more focused on the show. And the best compliment I got out of that year to make me go, okay, I will take this on, was longtime con goers and who had been dedicated to go to that track as well. At the feedback session, they said something's different this year, but it was a really, really good year. It was something's different. And it was he didn't announce his retirement. So the next year I just kind of went, surprise, I'm the director. But that's actually how I got it. So normally at Dragon Con, you're director and you have a first, right? So I have a first mate or whatever you want to call them, and they will run the show if I can't be there. And that's a traditional format. It's like, if I'm going to retire this year or whatever, you email the main boss lady and you say that, and they go, okay, have you talked to your first? Have you talked to your team? Who do you recommend we talk to take over? Blah, blah, blah. In my case, I think, I don't know what happened, but the guy had it before me. I think he held on as long as he could, and then once he saw that I could grab it, he had to go follow his life and do things.
Oh, wow.
And so I showed up to a director's meeting, and I went up to what is my position now. So I'm also the director of all the reality tracks. So I'm over all the tracks based on reality, and I'm a DragonCon spokesperson, which is why I was reaching out to you. But I went to my position then and said, hey, surprise, that guy is not the director anymore. He's like, what? I was just emailing him last night. I said, oh, you mean the email that says blah, blah, blah? It's like, yeah. That's when he's like, well, this is highly unusual. Like, you're telling me I've never had to come and go, this is my house now. So how do we do that?
Right. And surprise.
Because of how honorable they are, it's like, well, were you the first? Like, nope. I was just a volunteer on the track. I wasn't, in the rankings or anything. And so they offered it to the first. And he's like, I think I might do that. And I looked at it and went, you do realize last year I did all of the work.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that for free this year, just so you know.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
And it's like, I'll support you, but if I'm not running it, I put a lot of work in last year just to see what it looked like for me. And then a week went by and nothing. 2 weeks went by. This is in January, but I'm already going, it's January. We got to get the show going now, man. So I just emailed, I emailed what became my boss and like, all right, so I can't just sit by and let this thing drive itself into the ground. So unless you tell me otherwise, I am doing this thing. So, and then they're like, okay. And then shortly after that, and that was it. It's like, well, this is mine now. And we've gone from, I think the minimum programming you're supposed to do is like 36 hours over. Now it's 5 days. At that time it's 4 days. And we have built the right team, and we've built it. So I'm all about processes and machines, like getting the team together, getting things that are repeatable. And that way, then I can just focus on how do you build the show? The tech's the easy part. And running the rooms, to me, is the easy part. It's like, how do you build the show? This year is our record year. I think we have 81 hours of programming this year.
Wow.
Oh, man.
5 days.
Congratulations.
Bravo.
I must say something. When I first came, and when we came to your first track, I can't remember what you all did. I know you were throwing the dice around.
Wise and nerdy. Yep.
Yeah, and then I went to another track and you were there again. I said, man, who the hell is he? He is everywhere. I said, how is he everywhere?
And that to me, going deeper about Dragon Con, when you lean into when you let yourself relax and be who you are there, you then start attracting the other creators and other things that will either inspire you or work with you or just put you in a better place. So I'm glad that I'm your happy place, Doc. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I think we were like, was it TV's Travis too? Was he there with that one too, Doc? That year,
with the beard, and the hat,
yeah.
So, with all that said, kind of jumping off of that a little bit, of everything that Dragon Con offers, from the panels to the guests, the cosplaying, the community, everything that makes it what it is so special. What is one thing that makes it special in a way no other convention can offer?
It's fan first. The heart of it is 100% fan first. It is, when I say fan first, I don't mean they go scratching our heads. Who do people like right now that we can get off the internet or get off? What's hot? It is very much, they rely on it. So every track that you see now, basically that's almost every room that like I have 2 rooms, some other tracks have 2 rooms, some other tracks have big rooms, but like Trek track, it has its own director. Animation track has its own director. Yeah. So they and we're usually the biggest fans of what we're creating. That's why I do the digital media. I'm a very big fan of creating and helping other people create and put out content and show who they are to the world. So they find us to take on what we're good at, and they trust us to help find the guests that come in because we love them. but I'm telling you, it goes all the way. It really starts at the top with Rachel and Mandy when they announce an XYZ guest at one of our meetings, right? Because sometimes we'll get the announcement at the director's meeting before they'll put it out publicly, or right before they put it out publicly. Right. And when I say fan first, they can't hardly get through the announcement because they're so excited as fans to have their favorite actor, character, person, voiceover person there. And it really is just the biggest love fest. There is the one rule is on the website. The one rule of Dragon Con is don't be an asshole.
There you go.
That was gonna be the next question.
well, you know what's wild out? Like, I don't think we've had like a bad encounter since we've been going. Like, nope. Everybody's
so nice.
I mean, they're friendly. Like the panels we go to, if we're able to talk to people after, like Charles or Travis, like they're very like engaging and accepting of like what we were talking about. So it does feel, hey man, it's home, man.
And then for me, you know, talking to my besties, Mina and Aubrey, and their experiences, they say some of the things in the same hue. But I know whenever I've gone to New York Comic Con, when I talk to the people that are there, Dragon Con usually comes up about that convention and how dope it is and just the different vibe of it. And you know, it just seems like every time I go to New York Comic Con, I'm always talking about Dragon Con, even though I haven't been yet. So there's definitely that vibe that everyone loves.
They truly, the founders of Dragon Con, the leadership of Dragon Con, they truly love everybody they work with. They treat them like family, and to the point that people, they'll be at their weddings, right? And then years later, they're having a kid. And if they show up to the meeting with their kid, which happens a lot, the directors will never pick up the kid, love on them, and it is such a connection. It's such a connection that I was very much trying to stay away from it when I first became a director, because my trauma, my issues coming out of churches in the South and jobs that called each other family. And it's like, I don't like the term family. Family is, but I had to, like you said, it was that part of it was overwhelming to me. It wasn't the people. It wasn't all the things I could see. It was like, why is everybody so nice? And why don't I have to feel like I got to be defensive or hide here? Or, you know, I don't trust this safe space. It's crazy. And it wore me down to where I was like, you know what? I can't think of being anywhere else. And there's a great bragging point that one of the directors shared with me is many, many years ago. I don't know how long ago. Jim Butcher, author, Dresden Files, it come to Dragon Con, and this is the goal I believe we try every year with every fan, every vendor, every attending pro, every celebrity, is for them to say this thing. And when he went to another con, he was asked on stage, what's your favorite con? He didn't even hesitate. He went Dragon Con. And that was he had just gone. It was his first year of going. He had just gone. And he's like, it is that it's not that we want to be the favorite. It was like, it's the favorite because you, no matter who you are, you got what you wanted out of it. And it just left an indelible mark on your heart.
Yeah, man. So sort of take a peek behind the curtain. So overseeing digital media programming and creator relations for like something this size, you said, well, like 75,000, and then plus the on top of the parade. Yep. What does that job look like day to day versus what like we assume it looks like from looking outside and inside? What does that look like day to day? Because we're getting close.
So now it's so busy and so fast at this point. Everybody's got their points down that we don't even have meetings right now. Like, we're gonna have one more directors meeting with some wrap up, some questions, and then they let us have dinner together, which is always amazing. So really, right after the con, some people start immediately after. I usually give it some breathing room. Sometimes I launch here we're opening up for panels for digital media. Now, surprise, get on it while you're on the Dragon Con magic. A lot of times I try to wait towards Thanksgiving where maybe the winter's kind of bringing you down a little bit and the holidays are happening. It's like, hey, here's something to get your spirits up. Yeah. So that's where so we start before the year begins. And what's funny is I made a comment to one of the directors about if you want to set a meeting with her, there's like 2 days in October, one day in October, one day in November, and that's it. And she goes, yeah, by October, I'm about halfway through this next year working on it. They're always on it. But they've done it for so long that we start having general director meetings in January. But before that, they have senior director meetings and everything else. And then you've got my team, and I have the meetings. Then I'm on, like I said, I'm over all the reality tracks. So I'm on the planning directors team as well. And it's just all these conversations where they make things happen and they identify any issues. And there's a whole big specialist security team. There's a whole big specialist, it's health and safety team, whole big specialist audio visual team. And they're at every meeting listening to, okay, you're going to put this person in that room. What do we need for that? And they're sitting there sketching out their security needs or their AV tech needs or everything. So it's always this ball of motion, but it's all these individual specialists who love what they do. Like the head of AV for DragonCon, I don't know if he's the head of the production company here in Atlanta, but I know he's big time with a big live production company here in Atlanta because that's just what he loves. And so he does it here with us. And it's it's an all year round thing, but to kind of give you an idea, we have deadlines that we have to hit. So by late May, early June, we have to have our outlines in. Like you have to have at least your programming times and days in and getting at least some titles in. And then there's another deadline and another deadline. You have to have the big room request by this point. And then by July, second week in July is what we call lockout. So all the track directors, we no longer can touch the programming. It has to be done. It has to be spell checked. It has to be right. And then it comes up to, the higher level directors of like I have to go, well, this year's been great. The team's been great. But last year I stepped into a little bit of chaos. So at this point I was like, hey, let me help you fix this on your panel because it's not quite right, or move this around and those kind of things. So there's always deadlines. It's always holding us accountable for what we do and making sure that we're on point, that make sure, because at the end of the day, this is how I see it. It's a job, and the job is to make it the best experience we can for everybody who walks through the sphere of influence that we're in. And that's, I believe, how everybody runs it.
And
I can say this
with you. Oh, go ahead, Doc.
No, I was going to say, I can say that for sure because I brought my daughter, and that was the first con she ever went to. And she absolutely had a phenomenal time. She knew more anime characters than I did, and they were so sweet to her. And because she was scared to ask to take pictures with everybody, and she was like, "Can I ask to take pictures?" I was like, "Yeah." I said they would love for you to take a picture with them. So it was absolutely phenomenal, and she talks about it all the time. She wanted to come back this year, but she started middle school, and my wife was like, "No." I was like,
well, Emily and Xander were waiting for her too, but you were talking about the deadlines and everything too, Charles. We're on the Discord for it. So like every time we get like an update to the schedule, we look. I look. We still there?
Still there? Yeah.
All right.
Just keep the cash app flowing.
Like,
we're good.
how are we doing? Are we okay?
I was like, all right, guys. This is 11. This is version 11.
Let me throw that out. So I personally believe in opening doors for people. I personally believe in personal responsibility. So I make a way, but you've got to step in. We're always looking for new energy, new ideas, new flows of things. And I try to communicate, over communicate. It's just my thing. I hate leaving people in the dark. So the only time you're really in the dark, in my opinion, for the digital media track is after you submitted your panel until that first draft drops. Because you're not really sure if it got taken. And I try to take as many as 81 hours of programming. You can see I try to take as much programming as I can and fit it into all the time slots that I have. And ultimately, once you made that schedule, unless something drastically changes on your side, you'll be on that schedule. And if it's on my side, I will find a way to contact you. That's why we ask for the emails and all that other stuff. I'll find a way to reach out and say, how can we work on this? What is going on? And the most you're going to find is you just got moved a little bit, typically. So anybody that falls off the schedule is because they had something happen in their life. It wasn't me thing. And we actually have a standby list, and we try to let people know, hey, your panel still can be on the standby list. Because I remember last year, it was the second week of August, and the con started the fourth week of August last year. And somebody's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I can't come. Like, totally get it. And immediately went to the list and reached out and said to somebody's like, to 2 people actually, because I had to fill 2 slots, like, hey, I know it's the second week of August. You may have other plans. You're up. You want in? And both of them like, yeah, let's jump in. And done. And it's just about being ready. So the first responsibility is you get in, you submit, you put in the idea, you write out the best you can. And then after that, it's just staying on top of the pulse of like, okay, what's changed? And that's what the Discord is for. It's free. It's open to the public. We have the same role. Don't be an asshole because we'll kick you out quickly. But it's all about communication there. And, you know, I try to make it as easy to get a hold of somebody. Because I know if I'm the stop point, that's going to slow things down. So I do check things. I do answer things. I do address things. But you may have even seen that somebody said a question, 3 or 4 people. They're not all team members. They're just people of the community who know the answers. Will come in. Hey, here's it. And I'll, especially if I'm tagged, I'll come in and just always acknowledge and go, yep, what they said is right. And here's that. So it's I want creators to be very comforted in getting into DragonCon, because not that I've made it this way, but I just realized as I'm saying this, it built to this truth of somebody told me a long time ago how DragonCon got on my radar even was I was building a podcast network and I recruited this movie show, and the guy was like, hey, didn't you know you could do panels at DragonCon? I'm like, you mean the place where you just go to room and get alcohol? What are you talking about? Panels? It's like, no, that's not DragonCon, man. What are you talking about? I was like, well, that's what some hippie told me at Walmart a couple years ago. So I don't know. That's a true story. But he goes, no, you know, you get on a panel. They have a podcast track. If you get a panel there, you've made it. And I just love the energy. I'm like, okay, I'm always shooting for goals. I'm always shooting to make it, to say, hey, I was here and I did this thing and I gave good reverent energy to it. So then I got on a panel and I was like, oh, well, you don't make it. It's not like all of a sudden you're making money and people are coming out of the woodwork to sign contracts with you. But there's something as a creator goes, I understand what this side of the table is now, and I understand how I'm giving back and connecting with people now. And that's how I want everybody to kind of feel. And if you didn't make the cut this year, everybody's always free to email and follow up and find out why. I'm all about feedback. And sometimes the answer just is I only had 81 spots and I had 90 people, come in. But it really is. I also want you to grow. So you come in, you do a show this year, you love it. Maybe next year you pitch 2 or 3 shows. This is just how people do. Cool. Maybe you get 2 of them, maybe you get all 3, whatever. But ultimately, it's like, what is your real goal? Do you want to host? Do you want to be that moderator of the X-Men 97 Voices panel?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
That's what I'm talking about. So
you want to be moderators. Yes.
You start setting that goal in yourself. And I made it an open path to the top brass. Not like you can go through me to the, but I was like, the people who run the moderator, there's a whole moderating team that you have to earn your way onto and then go through some classes. I like this, consider this the recruitment league. Like I will tell you every year, hey, I think these people, whoever they are ready to do this kind of thing or that kind of thing, or here's what I use them for, and here's what I like. And we record 90% of it. The only things we don't record is the big rooms. So you can go see what they do. And then ultimately last year, 2 of my favorite people, the Crignolas, they got to sit with John Cleese. They got to sit with, what's some other video things, but they were doing the main stage moderation with the big celebrities and loving it. Yeah. And I didn't get to use them at all, hardly. But that's okay. It's like, no, it's a growth path. It's there to make the world what you want it to be. And as a fan, you can always just be there for fandom. As a creator, you can create on a bunch of different tracks. But if you really have goals, this is the place for them.
I really love to hear this side of it, because you're very.
I bet you the Crignolas, and I'm sorry, I bet you the Crignolas in that picture. They love that game, that whatever that French 47 game or whatever that is that picture's from. Sorry,
if you notice,
there you go.
Oh, good.
No, I was going to say, listening to you, hearing, the backside of all this, and I'm loving how intentional you really are with this within your leadership, and that to what you just said a moment ago, it's just like, I only had this many spots, so maybe next year we'll try again. It's like, no, I have a vision, I have a plan, I'm going to execute it. And if you're serious about being in this world and wanting to grow and progress, I'm going to challenge you. And buck up. So with all that, given that you've been in this leadership role for years now, how has fandom itself changed in that time in terms of who shows up, what they show up for, and how they engage?
Yeah, I think this year's gonna be the biggest example of it all, being the 40th show that we've done, that we've got return guests from all different eras. And great one to talk about is Nathan Fillion. So he is showing up. Here's how this has evolved, right?
Yes.
He came way back in the day for Firefly, but then that became less of a thing for a little while. Then he came for Con Man. I'm not sure all the properties he came from, but he came from different properties that he's on. This year, he is literally doing a castle panel. He's doing Firefly panels with other actors and people from those shows. I can't remember if he's doing a rookie panel or not, but he's doing like a Q&A. I mean, so that evolution of
we'll see.
So we had a couple years ago, whenever the anniversary of it was, we had all of the Star Trek captains in one con at one time, which is very difficult to do. And I think it's for the 50th anniversary or something. And like they did a whole panel together of every last captain, including Scott Bakula was there. So
my goodness.
So it's evolved a lot more. I mean, anime has come up and been a bigger presence. Voiceover acting is a bigger presence now. Authors, we keep expanding our authors alley and our artist alley, and that's always amazing to watch. And just seeing how the fans move, because you always have nostalgia. So we have a 2 tracks. We have I'm gonna get it wrong, and I want to get it wrong. We have the classic media track, which is anything over 30 years, and then we have like American media track. And the joke is the classic track's always taking their stuff because it's timing out, so it becomes
the timing.
Yeah, so the other track's always trying to get the new properties in.
Nice.
And that's it. There used to be a Stargate track, but 10 years after the cancellation of the show, Stargate cast did a big tour and we had them. And then after that year, they folded the Stargate track and made it military sci-fi, which opens it up to broader things, which is exactly what I did. It used to be called podcast track. And I never thought that was wrong. I absolutely came up through podcasting. I'm the rock god of podcasting. I love it. But that feels a little exclusionary to me. And so after my first official year being director, I was like, hey, the podcast, I did a video online and everybody, it's the only clickbaity thing I've ever done in my life. I was like, well, the podcast track is no more. This is my announcement. It's not going forward after this year. And it's going to be called the digital media track because I want to include, and it was like, oh, you got me. But that was it. It's like I actually wanted to call it digital media creators track. And the wisdom, see, you hear it as I hear it, but we're all creators, right? But the wisdom of the directors was, hey, that's cool, we get it. But if you just call it digital media track, we feel like it's going to be more open and inviting to people. And they were 1,000% right, because we have gone from big name, all we had was like big name creators or recognizable creators, and here's how we did this show, and here's how we did that show, which is great. I still have an element of all that in there. But now we have game shows, and we have I have I have a rave panel, I think, on Thursday night. That
nice.
People not rave, EDM music or how to create music, that kind of thing, electronic music. People I'm opening the door to people to bring stuff. We have a Shakespeare game. Bards Against Humanity, that's gonna be new this year.
Jen saw that on the list, and we're going with that.
And that was the thing when he said, because Sean does he does Bard Talk as well, and that's the improv one with the Shakespearean lines. And like, man, is anybody really going to care? I thought the same thing about a live D&D podcast. Like, we're gonna do our show and kind of play the game there, and like, is anybody gonna care? Of course, If you care, somebody cares.
Somebody,
but really, both of those, I was open with them after the fact. I thought I was like, you know what? I kind of doubted you. I didn't think it was going to work. It absolutely worked. Good job. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take, and that's what I do. Is we take chances. We try to set you up for success. But that's the evolution of it. Is it just everything cycles and it changes, and if you can just understand what you love, it's there.
It's that part right on the money. But seeing that we're getting to 40 years of Dragon Con, and streaming digital media and like online fan communities, that stuff didn't exist at the creation of Dragon Con, right? So how has Dragon Con had to like evolve its programming to sort of keep up with how I guess the fandom sort of lives online now versus in person?
COVID was a great jump forward for Dragon Con because we had to. We weren't not going to do the con. Before that, traditional TV kind of stuff, right? They still do. Dragon Con TV is called DCTV. And they record the big panels. It's broadcast as a TV signal out to all the host hotels. There's a Dragon Con channel in those hotel rooms, so you can watch the panels from your hotel room. You can get now there's a paywall. So that was always thing is like, well, you had to be there to see the videos. Then there became hey, here's a digital membership that you can watch recordings of these videos after the fact. But I was really pushing the second I stepped in, I was like, okay, how do I get internet? And the reason why I need is we're the podcasting track. We need to put this out to the internet. We need to stream it. We need to do video. I mean, that and like absolutely you do. They're like, here, go talk to this guy in IT, and he'll hook you up with the internet, and he'll hook up with the laptops and everything. And support, I guess, is the best way that they've done it. Is just going, we're not sure, but you've shown yourself to be trustworthy, so we're going to take that chance. And I have never had streaming. And the second I took over the track, we had internet and streaming capabilities and was able to put it out. So when we hit COVID, they turned to me and DCTV. It's okay. We can't do the con like normal, but we can absolutely start doing these digital panels and this kind of thing. And it went, and that year they said to every track, it's optional. You can submit up to 2 digital panels, and we'll have somebody who will get on live stream and record it with you. You got a producer. We'll keep the branding. We'll take care of it all. And that went so well with the audience, and they saw from a practical standpoint how it could work coming out of COVID. At first it was optional. Now it's the standard of you need to be submitting digital panels.
Nice.
And
going back to that back end, that was double. Oh crap. I can remember I got to go double all my panels because I got to list them on the Twitch and where we're putting it out. So I've got to go back in and list it in the app for real life. It's already there. Then I got to go put a duplicate panel in for Twitch. So that when somebody clicks on it, they know how to find our link because the app has already evolved and gotten that much better to where the work is put in. And if you can at home, you didn't make it a DragonCon, anybody in the world can download the app. And then you could click, if we're putting out the digital, which of course we are, but if any track is putting out streaming, the link is right there. They just click on the link in the app and boom, they're watching it.
Nice.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Doc, this is you take it.
I'm okay. I thought it was Jen. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Is there a corner of fandom today, whether a genre or platform or type of creator, that you didn't have a real seat at DragonCon a decade ago, but now they do?
Oh yeah. I'm hard pressed to think about where some of the game shows would have fit in previous years for DragonCon, where podcasters in general, right? I was the place for creators to go for a few years, but everything I do is loud and it's in everybody, not intentionally, it's just who I am. It's just loud and broadcast is why I do what I do. And people start seeing it. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this British podcast is now on the Brit track. The Star Trek podcast is now on the Trek track. And I think that in general, just be able to say, hey, I do this show online about XYZ topic, you have a place there. there's I think we have a Polynesian panel this year.
Wow.
We've got we it's just okay, blurs, right? Black nerds. There's Blurs of Dragon Con as an official group, which is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes.
I'm one of the people trying to champion a blurred track. It's gonna take a few years, but we're gonna get there.
Wow. That's gonna be awesome.
But I remember the second time we put on the panel, because the first time somebody else had done it, it went well. Somebody didn't know, submitted it basically a blurred panel, and they called it blurred that time. I was like, oh, I can figure out what that means, but I hadn't heard that term before. Absolutely. And I put 2 strong people with them because it's a newbie to me. I never knew who they were. And the room filled out. And I sat and I was helping with the microphone running and this and that. So I got to sit in this corner, which is kind of off to the front of the room, and see from a different perspective of these stories. And people in the audience basically all saying what you said, Doc. I grew up and people told me I was dumb for this, or they thought I was the weird one. I was a freaky one. And here I am in a room full of people like me going, I love this thing. And BT came in the back door and recorded stuff and did clips. And I was like, my happiest moment there was just like, I got to see this happen. I got to see people come together in a way that they didn't have a time before.
Because what we hear mostly is like, we don't do that. That's what all the time. We would hear when we went to the panels for that. That was everybody's story. Like we were told, like, we don't do that. It was like a cultural thing. But then I hop off the MARTA and I'm seeing, some guy dressed as, Lando, and I'm like, hey man, where you going? Because I want to go. So it's so embracing. Like again, we talked about it. It's just being embraced by DragCon when you get there too.
And I want to that point about the seats. I personally, and I believe I learned this from the con. I mean, part of it I brought to the table, but it's the con's heart. We always try to make a way for somebody who goes, this is needed, and it usually starts with panels. I don't go in any given year. I don't go in with going, oh, I have to get this kind of panel, that kind of panel. Let me except for 2. One of those is we have a residency with Botched, a D&D podcast, where they close out Sunday night with a huge it's them loosely playing by the rules of Dungeons and Dragons, doing an improv adult comedy show.
Focus
loosely
on
playing. And so they do well. We bring them every year. But a panel I've always felt was important that I brought to the con from another con where I met the creators. I know other people have done it, but they're the first people I saw do it, got their permission, still friends with them. But it's Awesome Women of Digital Media. That's the only one I put in because there's not always going to be that voice who says, I'm a female, I identify as female, and I'm a digital media creator, and I want to do this panel. Because most creators think they're not good enough, right? And then you start getting any kind of niche to that, then it's really like nobody wants to hear from me. So I'll always make sure that happens. Other than that, I open the door, and somebody asked me the other day, it's like, well, if nobody submitted a blur panel, wouldn't you put it on? It's like, no, I wouldn't, because who's going to run it? Everything that we do on my track is somebody loves what they're doing, and that's what brings it to the table. And I'm all for champion causes, but I'm 6'7". You guys, you'll meet me this year, but the guys saw me last year, 6'7". I might not sound white if you close your eyes, but my melanin
that's how you look at him, like Batman with the cowl on, like
exactly.
The bat turn.
I'm more like King of Wow's a boy. I watch but no, so it's like, okay, one of the first years that we did Awesome Women of Digital Media, the person that was going to moderate it had a panic attack, and she came in, she's like, I can't do it, I can't moderate, I can be on panel. Like, okay, I got you. And the director at the time turned to me, he's like, you got to do this, it's your panel. I was like, okay. And I sat down off to the side of the panel, just asked some basic questions as a moderator, but let them have limelight. I could do that. I can't sit there and field a bunch of creators in your niche, your genre, however you want to see yourself, if you can't bring yourself to the table. And I think that's what keeps it authentic all the way through. Is some years we have these huge panels, and maybe next year we don't have it. And the only answer is somebody else didn't bring it. And that's okay. We have a lot of other great stuff going on. But the thing is, I think the secret sauce is if you commit yourself as a creator, as a team of creators, however you want to look at it, to creating what you want to see in the world, then the same mindsets will come in and we see all these amazing things.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
100%
looking forward to it. So just with the digital media track specifically, what makes that track so special? And why should someone who's never checked it out make time for it this year?
Because I'm the rock out of podcasting and creators ain't got nothing on me.
That's we're there on Thursday.
I can't never mind. Okay. We're always online, right? That's what digital media is. Because that's what I make that joke every year in the directors meeting. They'll announce somebody like David Tennant. I'm like, hey, that's digital media. Like, no, it's not. It's Brit Tracks. Like, nope. It streams on Hulu and Disney Plus and everything. That's digital, baby. That's my track. Everything in this world is practically digital media. And that's the case, though. If you have any topic that you're interested in, we probably have something on our track for it, because we are the TikTok of the con. You know, it's
hey, I like that. TikTok of the con.
Yeah, it's kind of like we meme stuff. We something always comes out of our panels in the year that becomes a running joke throughout the whole weekend. You can find your favorite creators. Are you guys familiar with Thomas Sanders?
No,
I'm not personally.
That's okay. You will be, because he's going to be at Dragon Con this year, and he's doing a lot of great pianos. But he came from the days of Vine, right? He was one of the early creators of Vine that really hit it big.
Wow.
And for this year being the 40th, I'm like, it just worked out synchronicity that I ran into him last year. Technically, where's credit due? My daughter, who was 12 at the time, was trying to find him because he came to Dragon Con as a fan. Like, he just came. And so she tracked him down in the Marriott, got a picture with him. And then they were talking about, why aren't you here as a guest? And he's like, I'd always love to. My wife goes, well, matter of fact, my husband runs the digital media track. So we were able to have some meetings, and he's coming, and we're doing a very special panel this year called From Vine to Viral, where it's a lot of creators. Uploads of Fun's going to be on it. Josh Cooper, they have 13.5 million fans on TikTok and Instagram. Wow. Then we got Thomas Sanders, who's been here forever. I'm going to be on it talking about the podcasting days. And so it's you will probably find yourself on the digital media track. If it's a topic interesting to you, you'll find yourself going, wait a minute, I saw that thing. I knew you from somewhere, or I knew your voice sounded familiar, or, oh, my friend talked about this. And that's, I think, the moments that we have on that track.
Oh, now that's awesome. So you've said, did you want to ask a question, Jen?
No, go ahead.
Oh, now you said conventions create very real human connections. What's a Dragon Con moment, either you or a fan, that still sticks with you as proof of why conventions exist?
Specifically this convention too.
Yes.
It's the moments of interaction. I've seen so many people make lifelong friends. I've seen so many people become married. Two of my best friends came from meeting them through Dragon Con solely, but even thinking to the big celebrity interactions, that's part of the magic, right? Is those celebrity interactions. And there are no rules about having to move people through. There's no set guidelines of there's some loose guidelines, right? You should be in your booth, this and that and the other, but blah blah. It's how they flow. So when most of the celebrities that come in, they love what they do, and it's just amazing to walk through the Hall of Fame, the Walk of Fame, and see a line not move for a minute, because they're not going thanks here.
Yeah,
they're talking to the person. They're giving 5 minutes of their time. They're standing to give a picture with them, or however it works. They're seeing the person in front of them instead of trying to rush through and get to be real. They could make a ton of money, but I find that in my experience, all of the people that we have come through, for the most part, I mean, you can't say all right, because then somebody goes, well, I remember this one time.
Yeah, it's
but
always
there's always that small percentage.
Right.
Yeah.
As a rule, they love being there, and all creators, when you boil it down to it, are fans of other creators, and they're fans of what you're a fan of, and they love being told you like their work. And so watching just anybody come up and go, I loved you in XYZ. I loved you in this movie, this show, this book. I loved what you wrote here. Just means the world to everybody. But then to watch a celebrity go, oh, wait, hold on a second, and go two panels down or to a booth down and go, hey, you're Christopher Lloyd. I loved you and everything. Would you take a picture with me? And Christopher Lloyd's like, who are you? No. But it's like the celebrities are getting in the secondary line to get pictures with their fandoms too. That's what I think keeps us going.
Well, to your point,
go ahead, Jen.
I was gonna say, to your point, from attending the conventions I have, some of my most cherished memories are the ones where celebrities take time to speak with you. I remember when I lived down south in Florida and I went to MegaCon for the first time, Carrie Elways was there. And I went on his line to meet him for the first time. He and I started talking about David Bowie because we found that common interest that we both love this artist, and we started talking about our favorite songs and, just talking about that, even though he's a well-known celebrity, we were geeking out over music that we found a common interest in. And it's become one of my most cherished memories, and other experiences too with other celebrities who purposely take that time because they love the work they've done. They love the fandoms that they're a part of, both as a fan and then on the other side of the fence where they get to be a part of that fandom. And then just having those conversations, it just adds a really rich layer to all of that.
Yeah, it really does.
So,
and what was it, Doc? The year before, I think the whole voice cast of the Turtles were there, and they were just lit the entire time, man. Like we were like, where are they going after this? And I think
we were trying to follow them the whole time. We were trying to follow them. I think
we ran into them too, like just out and about, like with it amongst fans and stuff. So they were like, man, like legitimately, wherever they are, we need to be at. Yeah, but that's definitely how that feels.
Ninja go, ninja go.
So I love that song. My biggest regret of Dragon Con was the first or second year that I was there. It was, again, it's overwhelming. I'm living just outside the perimeter, so I'm driving into town and just not used to the days or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna have this podcast party like 9 o'clock tonight, and it was a Saturday or Sunday or something. It's a Saturday, I think it was. And I'm like, man, I've been here all day. I'm exhausted. I don't really know anybody. I'm not a party kind of guy. I would be now, but then I was not a party kind of guy. And there's this little film being made at the time by an unknown guy named James Gunn called Guardians of the Galaxy in Atlanta. So James just decided to come to the con and walk around. He popped it. He just went to the podcast party and hung out for like an hour. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I would have interviewed him in a heartbeat. You didn't get to talk to this dude. That's yeah. So I missed out.
Wow.
My goodness.
You never know. You just don't know what's gonna happen at Dragon Con.
Well, no, I mean, I know Rosario Dawson pops up at New York Comic Con sometimes. She just walks around like nothing. It's just like, wait, you what?
Adam from the science show where they Mythbusters.
Adam Savage.
Yeah, Savage. Whenever he comes as a guest, sometimes he can come without being a guest, but I just know when he comes as a guest, he will cosplay his thing so he can just walk around and enjoy the con. And you can't tell it's him. And
I love it.
Yeah,
I did the same thing because we were trying to get to his track that year. Yep. And we went inside, and then they kindly ushered us outside.
They really
did. The line started.
They was like, you two, come with us. It was like, huh?
We go down a hallway, a back alley, and then we were like, wait a minute.
One of my favorite questions asked when I pass any line, what's this line for? Just to get answers. Yeah. Every once in a while you'll get I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's the worst answer at Dragon Con.
Oh no.
Yeah. It could be the bathroom for all you know.
You better know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So 40 beautiful years of Dragon Con. What does Dragon Con mean to you at this point in your life versus when you first got involved as a director?
When I first got involved, I was still very insular. The world's not ready to see who I am. The world doesn't understand my humor. I've always felt like I've been years ahead of the world on digital media. Like I started doing live. Okay, let me rephrase. I started recording 3-hour shows and refused to crunch them down to AM radio quality because I wanted it to sound great. And people were like, but I have to. This is back when you put your iPod on the stand at night and let it download, and the next morning you'd have podcasts.
Right.
They're like, there's some days that your show's not even fully downloaded. I'm like, that's a you problem, man. I'm going to do what I want to do. So I was just felt like even in your own niche, right? You're not understood. And just thinking, honestly, believing that nobody saw me there other than I needed to talk to Regina. She's the director of programming. And, I know she saw me, but for the most part, I felt like as long as I just hit the markers and said, hey, here's what I'm doing and communicate it up, we're good. I didn't think anybody above her knew who I was. Didn't think anybody aside of me knew who I was until everyone, second, third year, some director pops in, is like, oh my God, what you're doing down here is so amazing. How do you do it? What are you doing? I'm like, okay, sure. I don't think it's magic. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Right. And then this particular year, so every year we recognize the volunteers, and everybody's a volunteer. There's only, I'm guessing, maybe 13 full-time staff for this con, maybe.
Okay.
Everybody else, we have 3,000 volunteers. And I'm one of them.
My
goodness. I am directors are considered volunteers. And it's so like senior directors and above, I think, are staff. I'm not really sure how the corporation part of it works, but it's very lean. It's very mean. They really want to put back everything into the fandom. And so we recognize volunteers every year, and they do a 5-year pin, they'll do a 10-year pin, they'll do a 20, and so on. And the last meeting we had was that, where they spent the time calling out people and celebrating them, and they give you something nice as you do the years of service. Oh, beyond the fact, let's talk about, if you're a volunteer, you get to go to a free volunteer day. The last couple of years have been Dave and Buster's. We keep voting for that, where they pay for everything. You bring your family and come play for free. And yeah, they do. I mean, DragonCon gives back, not just the community, but to their own people.
That's
but what
beautiful.
Changed was I did believe that they just didn't really see me. I'm just here in my corner doing my thing. My people see me, and that's all I really needed. And at the recognition this year, I know I'm at 10 years, but it's one of those where they don't really call out the names of 10 years because there's so many people now, which is a great problem to have, right?
Yeah.
You'll get it. You get your recognition later, and it's fine. We get it. But they were doing the 20 and 30-year people because they had so many of them. And as I'm waiting after that meeting to talk to one of the directors, one of the co-chairs, a very long time volunteer and director at the con came up, was standing next to me, and she said, hey, didn't you get your 30-year this year? And I'm like, no, I didn't. But she's like, it was in the best way possible. It's like, but you've been here forever. I know who you are. Last year,
I can't remember time where I didn't see you.
Right. Yeah. Like, wait, you see me? Wait, you can hear me? So where the guests pick up their passes, there's also a specialty pass lane. And I went over there to get my daughter a pass, and I still don't assume anybody knows who I am. And so I go in and say, hey, is there Crosby McFall on the list? And the volunteers brand new, so they definitely didn't know me, but the person running the thing's like, I know who you are. I don't give a crap about that book. Here. I'm like, wait, you know who I am? What do you mean you know who I am? And so
say my name.
Now I'm like, don't you know who I am? I will always play that joke because I will never mean it. But Pat Henry is one of the founders of DragonCon, and he loves being behind the scenes. And we're having a once in a lifetime panel this year, which is DragonCon 40, a look back with the founders, where it's him, his wife, Bobby, and Dave Gordon. And they're the 4 that were there at the beginning. They've been here the whole time. I get to moderate that panel. And again, I asked for it through my back channels going, hey, I love stories. This is my thing. Let me do this. And absolutely. When the co-chair, who are the 2 daughters of Pat and Sherry, or the co-chairs, Rachel and Manny, are the co-chairs of DragCon. They're hearting and spearheading DragCon now. When I told them, I was like, hey, I have the privilege of being able to moderate that. They went, oh, that's so good. Our dad hates being on stage. He'll feel so much better that you're doing it. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. I've never spoken to him. I kind of avoid him because I don't want to. I don't want to be. What do you mean?
Your dad knows my name.
Yeah, and he'll be comfortable with me. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
so yeah. That's how it's evolved for me. It's like I just gave up fighting. I'm like, okay, I get to be who I am here, and that's what I learned this year was I get to be everything that I am without question. Because when they need to change my direction, when they need to give feedback, sometimes I do something wrong. We're human. When they have to deal with that, they deal with it very professionally, adult, and it's always from a heart of, we believe in you and we want you to be better. And the only way you can't be better is if you don't even see what you're doing right now. Like, not you're bad, but you're good. You can't look back and see where you came from. I'm like, you know what? I made a splash because I focused on the intent of what I wanted versus having the world see me. And that's, for me, that's how it's changed greatly.
Oh, wow.
So Charles, right before we play our game to end the night, we have one more question. And just creator to creators, as creators ourselves, what's one piece of advice you can give a show like ours about building real community instead of just an audience?
You have to love yourself first. And you have to put that love out in front of people. And that was the hardest lesson I ever had to learn. I always was trying to find pre-algorithm days. I was trying to find the human algorithm. What do people want to hear? What will make them show up? And it wasn't until I was like, I'm just going to say what I want to say. I'm just going to do it. And it started with DragonCon and the production part of it was like, I'm going to make sure I bring in these lights that I want. I'm going to make sure I bring in the camera I want, the microphones. I want to make sure that I'm bringing the best I can because that's what I want. That's where the community comes from. Because think about how you find community. It's you see yourself in it. You're like, oh, there's whatever's in this group, whatever's about X-Men 97 that gets you guys hooked in. You see yourself in it. And there's a community around that because it resonates. Because why is X-Men 97 so great? Because it stayed true to what the original series was, which was real. Yeah, almost adult level stories. Like we can handle the level of it. And as a creator, that's if you don't bring your true self to the table. Now you can always put on characters. You can always turn up the volume. Your mine is very much. I am me all the time. I just when I'm on a microphone, I'm turned up to 11.
Right, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And
Deonne has to tell me to turn it down. That's why I'm sitting here right now. I'm sitting here doing this right now because I want to say stuff, but I can't because Deonne will be like, "Hey, bro,
sit on your hands." No,
that's
what I have to do. I have to sit on my hands.
That's where you do the spin-off because there were some things we were saying before the show. I'm like, oh, I wonder what kind of things we're going to say on the show, and I see it. But that's and take your weaknesses and make them your strengths. So I am horrible at remembering names. Now, Doc makes an impression with the beret, the glasses, and the energy. And Doc is like a good generic. I call every doctor Doc because I'm a paramedic. So I'm like, that's gonna be easy. I might remember Raising Deonne. Maybe it was an okay show. I might remember, but I'm hard. So what I do is I do that. I just lean into it, and I did a Pokemon show forever where I just don't remember the Pokemon. So I just make up names for them, and it's my brand of when I get it right. When I do something right, everybody's like, "Whoa, what just happened?" Charles got the name right. That's so. Whatever you think your worst part is. Either work on it because I didn't want to edit out all my ums and ahs. So I just worked on my public speaking and I'll still stumble over my words. I'll still say dumb things. I'll still mix up phrases or whatever, but I worked on that to get to the level that I'm happy with. And then the rest of it is that's real. You're going to get real from me. And as a creator, if we fail if we continue to deny ourselves, we are working against what we're trying to create, and you'll never find your peace.
Yes, that makes so much sense.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate you tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes. But before we let you go and get you out here, we're gonna play just a little quick game before we head out. It's pretty much a this or that game. So it's pretty much Dragon Con this or that.
Okay.
And it'll be one thing this, one thing that. Very, very easy to pick up here. But almost kind of puts you on the hot seat too. So let's go ahead and see see how this goes for you, Charles. First thing up. Would it be there it goes. This or that? Would you rather would you rather get an autograph or photo op at Dragon Con?
Keep it simple. I'm gonna have to say photo op because I do believe, like you. I think that's. I got my bifocals here. I think that's favorite tenant there. I can't quite tell, but is at least you have that moment, and all the celebrities that sign up for that kind of photo op where you go to the backdrop, they all have fun with it. So at least to me, that's I feel like a little small connected moment with them. Whereas an autograph is great, but I also came up in the age where you get autographs to sell. So I never really thought about that's why I developed my autograph so I can give it to you. You can sell it. That'd be cool.
See, I agree with you because I feel like sometimes with an autograph, people will be like, is that really his signature?
Yep.
Hey.
Where I could you could put my photo in Photoshop and prove that it's authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can use AI and create that right at home.
In your heart, you look at that.
But I'll never forget Kevin Conroy signing it to Deonne. I am Batman, like in front of me, and he's just like, hey, you want to take a picture? Like, yeah, take a picture with him, and that's like, I have like cherished possessions, but that's like the key thing. That's one of the big ones for me. But Doc, just to put you in the mix, what do you?
No, take a picture because come on now. If I ever see LeVar Burton at the grocery store, hey, get out of my way.
Great.
Please.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all could, I don't remember him ever being at Dragon Con, but Mr. Charles, please, if you can bring LeVar Burton, please bring LeVar Burton so I can meet him.
So I just picture myself. I get arrested so fast. Gotta be this lumbering giant. Go, hey, butterflies in the sky! Give me a picture, man. Come on, I can fly like a butterfly. And they're like tackling me and tasing me. It's crazy. I
just feel like at Dragon Con, as soon as he walks through the door, everybody would just sing it.
Exactly.
Like, that's how I felt like it would. Right? It would work.
That
People
would be
just
phenomenal.
Sing it. That'd be great. Next one up. This or that. DC or Marvel?
You had to put this in here.
Yeah, he did.
Man,
we test fandoms around here. We don't judge.
So, okay, based on the fact that I actually have my Batman ring and I've got my Batman tattoo, I gotta say DC, but I man, can we love them both? Love is love, man. Why you want to try to start something?
Spread the love.
He gonna make you pick one.
He actually will make you pick one.
Yeah, no, I honestly, for me personally, I think DC for me has always leaned more into what resonated with me, which was more of the anti-heroes and the grittiness and the story. So I like the darkness of the DC universe. Of the comics is what I mean. I don't even want to get into the shows and the movies.
Yeah, let's not, Charles. That'd be another hour
all night. Yeah,
we're not going to get off this thing.
This or that, moderating or being a guest.
Am I the guest or the moderator in this picture?
You're the moderator.
Wait. Okay, I thought I might recognize the person in the background there. Okay. My ultimate goal is to be a guest. I want to be invited to the con for what I do, to any con for what I do, and be treated at that guest level of maybe I can get the flights, I can sign autographs, I can sell things, whatever. That is going to be amazing. And I hope it opens up the door to what my real choice is that it's the moderator, because going back to like getting the picture with the celebrity, I'd rather be a part of creating something in the moment with you that is only in the moment, then I might do it as a guest. But I think if I had to choose, if I had to go, well, you can either come and moderate, or we can put you up and you'll have 2 panels. I'll take the moderation all day long.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Next one up, tabletop games or video games?
Ooh.
I'm more of a video game person. Only in the last few years have I been introduced to real tabletop games. So you got I'm glad you call them tabletop games, because she had board games. I'm like, yeah, no, I love Monopoly all day long. That was I had board games growing up, but I've only in the last few years learned about the realities of tabletop games and getting into that. I've played all of those machines that are in that picture. The video games and
the classic Nintendos, every one.
All of it.
I still think GameCube just never made sense to me.
This was small, but
it had a handle on the back, like a lunchbox. You know,
GameCube was tight, bro. Stop hating.
It had the worst control. It had the worst controller in gaming. Can we admit that?
Yeah. That you hold the trigger and
hold on. Let me think on it. Yeah. But they were trying to be different, bro. That's all it was. Trying to be different. The gimmicky.
They already put a handle on a console, man. That was enough. They should stop there. They should have stopped there. Next one up: Dragon Con Parade or the Walk of Fame.
I think due to contractual obligations, I cannot.
Cannot answer this question.
I cannot answer this question.
I don't know, because like you said, you get those 5-minute, and 5 minutes is maybe all you can afford, like time wise. They got to see a bunch of people, but you get that connection. But the parade, I guess I'm speaking personally, not for my position or Dragon Con, because it is all amazing. For me, I would have to say the parade, because while we absolutely have celebrities and professionals in that parade, we also have brand new cosplayers and cosplay groups. And just so if you want to know for free what Dragon Con is, it's the parade. That really shows off a whole lot of what we got going on at the con.
It's going to be a lot of Viltrumites this year. I'm gonna be one. For sure.
Just number mustaches, man.
Is that indie game where you climb with breadsticks or something?
What was that? What was that game? That game was, I played it once and I threw the controller.
I can't remember.
What was the name of that game? Oh, it was so bad.
Let me look it up. But we're talking about, you seen the show Invincible, right?
I've seen the first. Oh yeah. The Viltrumites. Yeah. I've seen the first 2 seasons. Yeah, I'm not caught up, but I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of them this year.
Yeah,
army of Viltrumites. Well, it'd be interesting to see. Next up, the puppetry track.
It's Gonzo, man. Gonzo.
Or robotics.
Whatever Gonzo do it. That's it.
I am. The robotics track falls under reality tracks, and they are amazing. Sci-fi is in a different hotel; they're amazing, but you can't touch. Okay, you can't touch Jim Henson, just like you can't touch my 4-foot tall Cookie Monster over there in the
What's up,
Cookie? That's my man, dog. I ain't never seen somebody eat like that before.
Hey, man. Low key, Cookie needed some help, man. Like he
taught us how to avoid diabetes,
sugar, bro. That's all it was.
Man's an addict. Come on,
I saw a great meme of Cookie Monster in a hood holding up the Keebler Elf for his cookies.
Man's an addict, man. We celebrate him eating cookies, man. All right, next one. This or that. Practical effects or CGI?
Oh wow!
I may
in the case of the turtles. In the case of the turtles, I had to go practical because that's what I watched. I wanted to put the suit on and be the turtles. It does depend on the situation, but I will say practical effects are really, really good. The Odyssey was amazing because of practical effects.
Oh,
I go back to
gosh, yes.
one of the most recent Star Wars where they doing the X-wings across the water. They obviously it's not a real X-wing, but they did practical effects with the water blowing up. And I think practical effects is still really, really amazing.
I think that was Andor, one of the episodes of Andor.
It could have been, yeah.
Oh, you probably
right, that. Oh gosh, yeah. No, like I could talk about the Odyssey all day with you. That film, my gosh.
Yeah, I think we're all a fan of practical here.
Yeah,
I will say the only caveat is CGI Yoda. I love CGI Yoda.
Okay, I'll get. Yeah,
I love. Hey.
Listen,
that puppet ain't fighting like that.
I know you better say that.
I have to give you that one, but then I can never stop thinking about the interviews with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, where Hayden's like, "Man, Ewan got the puppet, and I got a tennis ball."
well, they had. Well, no, Hayden didn't have it because they did a puppet in episode 1, but then they made the change.
Yeah,
and that puppet was a little suspect too. Like that first episode 1 puppet was like, who was that supposed to be? Like,
now I will say I think we need more CGI in Spider-Man, because I remember there used to be stories of delays on the filming because Tom Holland got hurt or
that's true.
So you got to have that balance of Charles, really good practical effects and some CGI.
We've talked about that, and I'm like, I feel like that's the studios like that's why we got stunt doubles, Like Tom Holland, sit down. Like do a backflip when you need you to do it.
Let that young man do his thing. Don't do that. Let that young man do his thing. He want to be in there just like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise want to be in every shot. You know what I'm saying?
Like Tom, he wore a mask for like 80% of the movie. We wouldn't have known.
So you want him to pull a Pedro Pascal where he just does the voiceover?
Yeah, we wouldn't have known, okay? But the swinging was great. So much that like sales for Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, the video games, have gone up again.
Greatly,
Sales have gone, and then play it. Well, I can admit to it. I re-downloaded it and started swinging through the city again. Next one up, group cosplay or going solo, just a solo cosplay. This or that.
I think I prefer the solo because they seem to be committed. I don't know. When you're individual, and like a lot of the group cosplays, it become you do bring your own flavor to it. It does feel like there's a mass effect there. Whereas I've been thinking all night, you can't get a group. You can get a group of Kratoses, and we've had that happen. But my favorite Kratos was Bob Ross Kratos, where he had the makeup and everything, but had the big on.
Oh my goodness!
Palette. Like, well, you're not gonna get that in a group,
No, you're not. You're not getting that at all. Oh, that's good. I really wish you would have saw that one because we love Bob Ross. Yes. We love Kratos.
And we love Kratos.
Let's just mash them together. See what happens. Yeah. Next is to that, the Star Trek track.
Oh my goodness.
The Star Wars track.
You had to go with the
really putting you on the spot
fandoms, man.
What are we talking about?
Okay. You really putting them on the spot with this one.
Charles, you are amongst friends. This is a safe space.
This is on the internet. There is no safe space. Okay. I already know.
This might be a social clip.
I would say because the Star Wars track is in another hotel, and they're not going to fight all the crowds that come down and kneecap me. But the Trek track is across the hall from me, and they might just Vulcan pinch me. So I'm going to have to say Star Trek because I need to keep my safety in mind.
Okay. There you go, man. Great political answer.
I know, right?
Mina said, "This is some fighting stuff now. You can't do that."
Yeah. I love when I light some people on fire. Like I like that Trek Wars, man. It's a great show. Like,
so my friend Mina, I'm gonna put her on the spot. She actually has a T-shirt with the Star Trek hand, and it says "May the Force be with you" around it.
Oh, really?
She does have it.
If anybody else would see that, it'd be like blasphemy.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw her wearing that shirt, and I said, "No, you do not own that."
Got it from? I need that shirt.
That might be even worse. But last one, Charles. Last one. This or that, horror track or X track?
Ooh.
It's Afin Ascot, man.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Looking rather dapper, ain't it?
I grew up in a Southern Baptist home. I was very repressed. I did not get exposed to very much horror throughout my life. Then I became a paramedic and saw some of it in real life. So the genre has never really attracted me. Whereas X-Track, the truth is out there. I'm ready for our alien overlords to come back and reset the Matrix because we've gone off the rails. But for me, I'm just all about that sci-fi, paranormal X stuff.
Gotcha. And it was you said earlier, the Matrix is one of your favorite franchises, right? I don't know if you've listened to it, but Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah, he did a show with Lawrence Fishburne, and he loves the Matrix movies too, and they spent about an hour breaking down like the Matrix, the symbols, symbolism. Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne still remembers lines and stuff, and he's giving you lines in the Morpheus voice, and it's he had the
best lines. You think that's air you're breathing? So come on, man, you know
right?
Again, that's my line.
Yeah.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Oh yeah, I can watch that first one all day.
Right.
But yeah, Charles, like. Again, thank you for being a guest tonight. We really appreciate all the insights into Dragon Con and you as well. Before we let you head on out, and then we'll jump into our X-Men stuff that we'll try to get through quickly. Let people know where they can find you, and that we'll see you at Dragon Con too.
For Dragon Con Digital Media Track, it is Linktree, so it's linktr.ee/DC Digital Media Track. Because I really don't know how to shorten that without losing the meaning of it. And it's got all the links to our socials, our Discords there, getting all that's open to the public. And then for me personally, it's Linktree/RGOP42. Some Rock God of Podcasting, and 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Nice.
All right, and we'll have those socials too in the description of the video, along with when we post social stuff, when he has to pick Star Trek and Star Wars, we'll add him and put those there too. But definitely, again, thanks for joining us, Charles. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in a few days when we do our first panel. We got a trivia night on that Thursday, where we dive into. Let's see, do I have it? Yeah, where we dive into our 90s trivia. Is what we're trying to do. So everybody's there to play. And you can either go lone wolf or buddy cop. And we're just gonna go through some of the best trivia, some of the best 90s action.
That's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be so much fun.
I think it's gonna be a fun one. But
we're gonna have a great time.
Oh yeah. 10 o'clock on Thursday is when we're there. But yeah, Charles, again, thank you so much. Thank you for all the time that you gave us too. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be in contact.
You guys are a blast. I look forward to seeing you at Dragon Con.
We'll
see you there. Thanks a lot. Man, that was fun. That was really fun. That was really fun. Oh, I removed you too. There you go.
I love it. That was dope. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everyone who watched live.
Yes, thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was.
Now we gotta talk about this.
We gotta talk about. Oh my god! Now we gotta figure out how to talk about X-Men, the finale for that.
I want to ride at dawn into dawn and cause chaos.
Yeah, I want to have an
intro, but let's just go through what we got for tonight. So the X-Men '97 season 2 finale. We're gonna go through that. We got our Gilderoy Lockhart and Nicholas Hoult, and there's Batman 2 and 3 news on the rundown, and then we have our fandom radar of things that we don't have fully time to get to, but we're gonna go over them anyway. First up, my goodness, X-Men '97. I don't even know if I want to read my notes. Do we just want to freestyle this thing?
Yeah, let's get
to it, this one.
Let's just let me go first, okay? The first part, I sort of knew where we were getting to, right? Okay, I'll say initial reactions to it. I like this episode as a closer. This was a good one to end the season on it, especially with what happens towards the end of it. But I will say there were some points in it where I was like, oh man, like that was quick. And I think I think one of the biggest parts for me too was we traded off in seasons, if that makes any sense. We traded. We just want to get into it.
Yeah, just get into it, man.
All this, all the bits.
Just get into it.
Because
toss the script.
There it is. I felt like it was a death for a death. It balanced.
Yeah.
So if we get to Gambit's back, obviously. I don't like doing these like this. I like how we used to go into orders because I feel like we're going to jump around a lot. But should I go back to? Should I get my notes?
No. Come on, you can do this. Improv. Let's go, dog. Charles just told you. You gotta go.
Charles gave us great advice. Come on.
It was a death for a death. Here's Gambit died in season 1. Here's Nightcrawler giving himself up in season 2. It balanced out. And then we see like Celestial, like Rogue in her like okay, you sort of knew that was gonna happen. Like, I think we sort of saw that coming. We saw the X-Force
as
X-Factor.
I always said, I'm the gullible one. I did not see it.
You didn't see that coming, Jen.
Not with Rogue going to the Celestial going, I will give my life for this man.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't like, what was the trade-off? Like, I mean,
again, I'm the gullible one. I just go with it, and I feel all of the emotions as they happen.
Because Jen, like looking at it, like that was an easy one. Just not an easy one to see. I'll take that back. But it was like once he said it, I was like, of course she's gonna give up her life for him. And then we're back to square one, and we're figuring out next season how to get Rogue back. I was like, I ain't ready for that. I don't have time for that.
But then, like,
let me get through that one, huh?
But then, like, I really did not see Nightcrawler where I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Well, just initial reactions, Doc, of this season 2. Where did it hit for you on your scale of like finales for X-Men? It was season 2. Did it give you what you wanted?
I give it 8.5. It gave me what I wanted and more. I mean, it was, look, you laughed, you cried, you got mad. That's what you want as a storyteller, as a writer. That's what you want to give your audience. You want to give them all of those emotions, and you got all of those emotions in this one episode.
You know, the thing is like having stakes too.
Yes.
And
yes,
but that's where I get back to like the balancing part out, where it balanced itself out. It felt like yeah, we get Remy back, but we lose Nightcrawler. Well, first season we lost Gambit, but he saved everybody else, and we have Nightcrawler back. Was that sacrifice? How'd you feel? Oh man, I'm jumping around questions because y'all got me off my script. Jen, how did you feel about the sacrifice from Nightcrawler?
Again, for me, I did not see that coming, and yeah, it balances out, but then it also has that layer of, well, a sacrifice has to be made. Mm-hmm. So where does that land on who and why? Which can be an interesting stake within storytelling, because I agree with Doc, like, you know, with all the emotions and everything that was going on in this season. And for me, you know, I always say I'm the gullible one, but I actually like that part about myself, because I can just enjoy the ride and just experience the story as it is. Because
but then, Jen, we get text messages saying, you know, like, you're hurting right now, or like you've never been as sad as you've been right now. Like, that's what we get from you after that.
Yeah, no, like, it's gonna keep happening with everything that we watch. So just get used to it. But you know, because I know sometimes I get a little disappointed. So, like, it depends on the story. Sometimes I might get disappointed if I figure it out too quickly. Where
that's understandable. Like,
I really just want to enjoy the story and let it unfold the way it is. So I actually like that I am that gullible, even though I'm like, I can't believe I'm this gullible still. Anyway, but no, like, to get back to the original question, you know, Yeah, it balances out, but then the stake still is, well, a sacrifice has to be made, and one of you has to go. Someone's going to go. Who is it going to be? So that's the interesting stake in all of it.
I will tell you something.
Go ahead.
Nathan Sunbeam Summers was getting on my nerves this whole entire episode.
It's his fault.
No.
It is his fault.
What do you mean why? First of all, had he not been so gung-ho, I think they could have pulled him out of there after she went in there to see the Celestial.
I really think,
but he just had to shoot something.
No, I agree with Doc. The way I took it in, if Nate hadn't shot Gambit, I don't think he would have triggered Abomination.
Apocalypse.
Excuse me. Apocalypse. Forgive me. Apocalypse. Because we talked about this too in the beginning of the season. It's like, by them going back in time, did they cause Apocalypse to be born?
But Jen,
well, they didn't cause him to be born, but cause him to turn to Apocalypse.
But Jen,
that part.
Your whole life, you've been told this is your purpose. Your purpose is to defeat Apocalypse. Your parents came back to the past and sort of gave you that. You've been bred for that, and you you got blinders on the entire time because you're like, I'm born to do this. He's born to defeat Apocalypse at any cost. I don't think that's an easy thing to pivot from. Like, he got gray hair now.
When you are fighting,
it doesn't mean that was right.
When you're fighting your mom and your dad, who is Jean Grey and freaking Cyclops, and they're like, hey, bro, hold down. Calm down, dog. Let us fix this. We know what we told you. Maybe we made a mistake coming to the past and even, just throwing that on you again. But calm down. Just give us a minute. He was like, no, bunk that. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Deonne.
Since I was a child.
I get that.
You're the one.
It was 5 minutes. Rogue was coming, bro. 5 minutes.
They didn't know. They didn't know
somebody was coming. Because let me tell you who was worthless. Your boy Charles. Because if he was so powerful, he could have stopped all that. He could have froze everybody.
This is going to be a compilation of the season because you keep calling Charles a bum for 9 episodes, man.
Hey, the only thing he did tight was that damn chair when he flipped down and it had rockets on it. You understand me? Because he gonna come out there. No, you could have just froze him and he wouldn't have shot Gambit. I'm just saying, dog.
Okay, if we were ranking, and we might try to do this somehow for next season or other shows, where we rank like the most useless character.
Oh, you know who Doc is gonna say.
Or just a character who had an awful season, because for me, I lost a lot for Charles when Danger Room was about to crack his neck. Danger Room, stop! What are you doing?
Oh man,
that's where I was like, Charles, man, get out of here, man! Abort!
What are you doing? I'm evolving.
Yeah, he been getting on my nerve the whole show though.
Okay, understandable. I can see both. I can see both of your sides, but pretty much we get what we're sort of leading to: X-Force, X-Factor, assault on X-Corp, and that was a fight that I think we knew we were getting after the last episode when we saw the team up. But then,
for sure.
Again, they kill with all their fights this year. Like all their action scenes this year were amazing. Dope. This with Psylocke trying to get into Wolverine's head.
Yeah.
My man smirked that off, man. He was he's
already been scrambled, baby girl. You tried though.
That was a good line. I'm already scrambled.
Yep.
But then even throughout this season, it feels like a full universe too. And I will admit, this season there were a lot of stories and a lot of characters. Yeah. We had to get a lot into 9 episodes. Could it have been 2 more? Or is that just me being greedy? Could it have been 2 more?
It could have been, but I like the way they ended it and how, you know what I'm saying, the episodes we got. The was it 8, right?
9.
It was
9. I'm sorry, 9.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I still think that episode to see, like I said last week or the week before, to see Apocalypse sort of fall in like in love for someone. I
was just going to mention that, yeah,
or the priestess. Like I would have loved to saw an episode of that, especially how they queued it up at the beginning with Rogue telling him about like I hope you find love sort of thing. I would love to see that. But there was so many stories
to say.
here.
I don't mean to cut you off, but who's to say we won't get that in the next season? Because we already know our friend Guy, he said we're gonna get 3 and 4, so we might get that.
I think Guy put something on his social media very recently about the next couple.
We're going long with this one, man. As long as it's good, and it stays like it stays, we might see a lot of seasons.
I mean, awesome. Like to the point of this conversation, because we talk about this with other IPs, and I know I've spoken about this, even like with Star Wars, where this comes up with all these shows, how many episodes is enough? What is the right length depending on the story you want to tell? Because Deonne, I still agree with you. If we would have just gotten one more episode of Apocalypse's love story with everything else that was told, I really feel it would have been more complete. So do I think we could have gotten 2 more episodes in season 2 of 97 with all the stories we were telling? Absolutely we could, because there were some things, like you said, some things incomplete. Like we got that end credit scene with Captain America. I wanted more. I was like, wait, Cap is here? Why is Cap here? He's coming in, and then that was it. I'm like, what happened with Cap? So like, yeah, we could have probably gotten 2 more. But then at the same time, on the other side of the coin, they did well for 9.
They did. And that's why I asked, was I just being greedy?
No.
Because that would have I would have been like, hey man, you said your boy up 2 more.
True.
But your heart wants what your heart wants. Like, and you want more story because the writing is good, the fights are really good, and you want what you want. You know what I'm saying? So
Really it's a testament to the writing. It wants you, like the fact that it leaves you wanting more. That just shows how good the writing is. Thank you, thank you, Eric and Julia.
Even like the previously on X-Men stuff. Like this is one, and I would love to know somebody, because I don't think it's either one of us. I would love to know if anybody ever skips that intro. Ever.
No. Why would you?
No.
Because the way that music lands in the back of the clip that they're showing from previously, and you can hear it building, and you're like, oh crap, sit down. And then that skip comes up. I was like, nah.
Yeah,
we riding this out. We riding this song.
Listen, if you skip the intro, I have questions.
Get out of here, man. Just leave.
Hey, what you say? You ain't even say, just point to the door.
Leave.
Point to right there. Turn the knob.
But this was heartbreaking, dog.
Yeah.
They built you can see that they're building a really good universe too, because even within this universe, which is dope, right? We get like old references. Jen, you just talked about Cap. Saw Black Widow in that one, but then even in this one, we saw Morph turn into Doc Ock.
Right.
So it's stuff like that where like this, and we saw Peter and Mary Jane last season. So that universe, if this is a hope, man. I just want to run back the 90s Marvel animation, man. I want Spider-Man, even though Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the most recent one,
really
good. But I can have this too, and I can have this too.
You can handle this too. You sure?
Hey man, I got 2 hands. I got 2 hands.
I do it.
But it's great that we get to see stuff like that. We saw Deadpool this season from Marvel. We just saw Morpheus keeping this universe alive by saying like, hey,
we saw the Hulk.
We saw Hulk.
He's making sure we see everybody.
Everything. But then we get to that scene too where, we get that bowl cut, man.
Right?
Yeah. Legitimately,
it's literal. Put the real salad bowl on that joint. Just
got the scissors and we're like,
and it's crooked too. Like it ain't even straight. Like
it is not a straight cut. Not at all.
He don't care about his appearance, bro.
Nope.
He didn't care about
Is it over the goggles? It's got to be over the top of the goggles. Okay.
All I need.
As long as you can see the goggles.
He's got four. He got 4 other arms, man. It's done like that.
Yep.
Just but we see, we get the whole celestial thing with Rogue. They go back to ship.
Yep.
And it's a sacrifice that needs to be made, right?
Yeah.
So Rogue enters that shrine. She confronts the Celestial. They talk about Celestial was like, "Hey, man, survival of the fittest." It was the name of the episode, right?
Yep.
But she was like, "Hey, but what life can advance through love, not just struggle," sort of thing. And then you could sort of feel like he was like, all right, then.
Let me test this hypothesis. Let me see if this has some valid.
Yeah, and then obviously gave her enough for one fight in her celestial form, and that's when she decided to go back and wreck shop. It was cool. It was.
I loved how they drew her.
Yeah, Rogue was dope in this. This was.
I loved the design they did.
The way she came in as a star,
and even how the constellations moved around her as she moved around. I thought that was such a dope detail.
The animation was great throughout this whole season. It just even performed even better.
Yeah,
when we got to there, because come on, man, that's a dope looking robe.
I hope someone at Dragon Con wears this, please.
I'm sure.
It's 20 days, man. It's I'm still struggling on my cosplay.
Listen, there are some cosplayers I'll be like, I will burn the midnight oil to get this.
Because that will be a beautiful cosplay. And I promise you, I'm going to take a picture.
Oh, I'm going to take a picture.
That's going to be beautiful.
But then obviously we know, after that, Cable doing cable things. But I will say that I think the internet is calling him Gampocalypse. I think,
bro.
I think that's what I picked up from looking.
This design though of Apocalypse taking over his body was such a dope design. When you see the transformation and that smile.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I mean, Remy, but then he had the power to pretty much turn the X-Men against Charles too. Again, your boy.
Yep.
Charles sitting there powerless. Yeah, it's your boy, man. That's
your homie. don't throw him on me. That's your homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is that
let everybody die.
He just seems so useless, man.
Even think about it. Think about Deonne, and I hate to bring this up. Even in Wolverine, what was he?
What do you mean?
He was useless.
Well, I don't think it was useless on his part. I think this season told so many other stories. You know what I mean? Even his story is getting his animation.
Okay,
his claws.
He's
back.
a billionaire. Yeah, his money is useful, but him, come on. No,
man. Just remember the old ads back in the day where they would show for Fox Kids, and they show the X-Men, and they just called Professor X the bald guy who thinks too much. You remember that?
And that's 1 trillion% correct.
That's
1
trillion
trillion%
the most.
That's not incorrect.
Because that is 1 trillion% right.
That is not incorrect.
Yes, it is, because you think way too much. Way too much. And don't do that.
But then, obviously, we see Gampocalypse, or how Sage Remy Lapocalypse.
Yep, Remy Lapocalypse
in the comments. But it was a dope. It was he looked dope, man. Gambit was, but obviously we get to this point because of Cable.
Yes,
pretty much once he destroyed
he saw his moment. He saw his moment, or what he thought was his moment.
Yeah, once he popped him and popped Gambit, then here we go, boom. But was this the part too where Gambit pulled out that bow staff and went to work?
That was after that.
This is before that. This is before that.
Yeah, that was before that, because he does wake up, but he's still Gambit. Apocalypse hadn't taken him over yet. This is why I said before.
80%.
Yeah, it was only at 80%. I think that's why I think it's Cable's fault for triggering that, because he basically does off Gambit again, which means Gambit has no control, no fight in him, where Apocalypse could just take over because there's no resistance within Gambit to hold it in.
Yeah. So again, could they have gotten him out? We'll never know. But it went from 80 to 100 real quick.
Less than 60 seconds. Right? Less than 60 seconds.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you how you feel about this, because we had a whole full season, right?
Yeah.
And he was wrecking shop, but Rogue ended that with the quickness.
Yeah, dog.
I loved it.
And then handed it to Cable. Where are we now? Like, was that it for Apocalypse? Because I felt like we built him up so much for the season. And then he's
trapped.
I know you've been on this for life since you've been your kid.
He's trapped within a jewel, which means if anyone wants to release him, they possibly could, because his essence is within the jewel. He's not completely destroyed. So it's a matter of, do you put that on the back burner for a while to give the show a new climax in the future, depending on what else we want to do? Because like what we talked about a moment ago, there's so many other things unfinished that they may take us through for the next couple of seasons, but then bring Apocalypse back again because he's trapped within this jewel. So he still could come back.
Yeah, because Doc, what do you think?
I was gonna say we got to see what Nathan Moonbeam gonna do, because let me tell you something. Because your man, he time travels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he can go to 1 trillion years in the future and just bury your dude. Like nobody will ever find him there. You know what I'm saying? Or he can go even further in the future or further in the past, and no one will ever find him there. So I mean, who's to say if they even bring Apocalypse back within the next 2 seasons? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree with you, Doc, on that. And I know that we're skipping a little bit ahead. I think we're done with Apocalypse for a good little piece, because now I think we get into more of like the political unrest of mutants.
Oh, for sure.
Who got elected?
Yes.
So who won the election, right? But before we jump to that, as soon as like, okay, well, one final kiss. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw that she was gonna sacrifice herself for Gambit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Nightcrawler to.
No,
I didn't.
No.
But now looking back, how he looked at her when she left, when she hugged him and left.
They had a weird moment.
Yeah, that could clue you in a little bit, but when she kissed him and then like the glow left, I'm like, boy, is she just gonna drop dead here?
I was waiting for it. I was like,
we were waiting.
She was waiting for it. Yeah, she was waiting for it.
But
when that next scene.
But you know what? Nightcrawler proved her point to the Celestial.
Love. Yeah.
He proved her point. He did this for love.
But when they cut to that scene and showed Hank holding the Bible, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
Look,
I knew it was over. I knew he went in there.
Yeah, of course he did. Like, and then Beast came back and he wasn't with him. So you're looking at him like, oh, come on, man. Like, that was my fault. That was my thought, because we had just seen him put hands on people last week.
Everybody, not just people. Everybody got him. Everybody.
Right? I think that's like my favorite fight of the season, because the way he like tore it up. But
first person view of how he kicks ass.
Yeah,
when he came out of the ship and he was holding the book, my reaction was no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And then his whole little speech about his memory being the seed that will grow. I was like, come on, y'all ain't got to keep, come on, bro. And then it just then the music starts. I was like, nah, I know this ain't how. I was like, come on, dog.
The way the episode ended, oh my frick, man.
Needless to say, if you have not been watching X-Men 97, it is a beautiful, wonderful.
Why haven't you been watching
the emotions we have for it, and it sends us on an emotional roller coaster. And if you would like to take a ride, please come on down and join us. All-Star Fandom Show on Wednesday. Come on, get some of this.
Not on fast.
That was because just yeah, man. Like I didn't want that to be the end of Nightcrawler.
I didn't either.
No.
But here's the thing: with him being a man of faith, we know death is not the end, right?
Yes.
So who's to say if the Celestial actually may have a change of heart because of what Rogue said, and he saw the sacrifice of her brother come in that thing to
which proved her point
for her, and it did prove her point because your man was thinking, he was pondering on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. He gave that sort of God.
Not only a they paused after the they let us sit in it for a minute. There was a pause.
So then we get that little like life is life again, man. You know, like that we all kicking it in the mansion again, and we get like that. Just we end on a granted Nightcrawler gave itself for them, but we sort of end on like a pretty relatively happy note. That is until you get past the credits.
I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Business picks up yet again because we hear that news report, obviously, that the anti-meme candidate, Creed, he's been elected president of the United States. And then we see Mystique finally. She's back. We see her accomplices too, or people that she's linked to. But the thing is, like, we see like the real Valerie Cooper. She's shot, and Mystique replaces her. Has Mystique been her the whole time, or do we just think this just happened?
I don't think Mystique has been her the whole time, but I do know I can say
even raging against.
I mean, X-Corp. Like here's how I can see it. I think it could be. It's possible. It could be a little bit of both. There might have been times we saw the real Val. But then there might have been times where it might, and this might get revealed in later seasons that we know are coming. It might we might see some flashback scenes where it was actually Mystique and not Val. It could be a little bit of both.
I think she's been impersonating her. I believe that. Now, I don't know the whole time.
And that fits her narrative. It wouldn't be surprising.
But the way she just showed up in the last episode out of the darkness sort of deal and was like, this is what we gonna do. That seemed suspect to me now, because the whole season, like, she was talking to Charles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like she was ready to pull like a trigger or do anything. But until she walked out of that darkness, she was like, okay, now it makes me reconsider that was her. But this sets up like a I guess a more grounded political season 3 built around Creed's administration. We're like inhibitors. We're gonna get we're gonna get like probably like inhibitors and stuff.
Yeah.
Mystique is operating as like this could be this. I don't even know what's in store for this season, but just the possibility of that makes me like, okay, I'm cool. I want to come back for that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't make Creed president and not do something like that.
Hey, but let me tell you something. His brother ain't around no more, cuz. So
you sure right. You're right.
His brother that saved him the last time ain't here no more, bro.
Because next time Apocalypse
technically now saved him twice. Saved him twice with his sacrifice. Come on.
Yeah, I like season 3. Season 2. But what I guess we can. Doc, you gave what, an 8 out of 10 for the episode? Rate the season. Rate the season for me.
Same 8.5. There were one episode.
You didn't enjoy the Wolverine one.
Yeah, that's the one. And don't get me wrong, and everybody know I love Wolverine, but he really pissed me off in that episode, bro. Like you don't sacrifice. Y'all, excuse me, man. Morph went through hell with you, bro. They will do anything for you, and you just flimsy, just him. They life. You feel me? Because you want to get your baby claws back. You feel me?
A testament to great writing.
That really upset me, dog. Like, he put a bad taste in my mouth right there, bro.
A testament to great writing.
What if he just believed that, what if he just believed that, like, Morph would be okay?
No, because Morph can die.
Everybody
ain't none of that, bro. He can die.
Any one of them can die. Well, except Wolverine.
Then you go in here and you release all them bugs and stuff and Omega Red. Come on, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro.
That one. So Jen, rate the season for me. What you giving it?
Ooh, I'm giving this a 9.
I'm Doc. You said 8.
8.5.
I'm gonna go 8.5 with you. Just because, and it's not because of the Wolverine episode for me. It's because of the lack of Apocalypse episode with the external, the priestess. Like,
that's why I'm giving it.
That.
That's why I'm giving it a 9 for me. I would have loved to have an episode of that.
Yeah, that, and maybe like, I don't know, man. We just wrapped this season up too easy. Well, I won't say too easily because it was a sacrifice for a sacrifice.
We got quite a cliffhanger right here.
But it was like,
we really do.
She essentially tossed Apocalypse to hey, kid, don't take any wood nipples. Like, that's sort of like, that's how
it's like Deonne and his coin purse. Here's the coin. Go play.
Go ahead. I know you've been trying to do this your whole life. Here you go. Wait a minute. What? Okay, but that just felt like very abrupt. But I'm thinking of a Celestial of that magnitude versus what Apocalypse is then. Like, I don't. She had the glow, man. Like, legitimately, she had the glow. But that was a good season, man. I enjoyed it. Obviously,
very good.
We're going to get season 3. I think a 4 is in effect. I've heard up to season 5, but I think they want to do like 10 of them.
No, like
that's great with me.
No, like they're really, the more the word on the street is we're gonna get 10 of these, even though even though it's not fully confirmed, but it's very vibrant in the
They need to do it like they used to do back in the day, bro. You get like the fall semester episodes and then
seasons,
you get the spring semester
and then you
episodes.
get the break. You get the TV schedule.
Oh,
I like that because like I'm out of school, man. I can now. I want.
Hey, you better rewatch something there, bro. But I need that.
You gotta wait till middle of January to watch the show start back.
But then you had them Christmas episodes of like TGIF and Family Radar, and Sabrina. Them, you feel me?
Yeah,
you're right. You did have your holiday episodes, right?
We did.
So
Fresh Prince and Martin episode when he was with the little kids. You know what I'm saying?
The nanny.
This is the set. Did he have a tumor? Sit down, little girl.
The nanny with both Hanukkah and
first time you saw Journey Smollett, she was so cute with her little snaggle teethus.
Well, she was
a little girl.
Full House?
Oh, was she?
I feel like Journey Smollett was in Full House.
So Martin wasn't the first thing she was on. You might be right, bro.
Unless she was around the same age around that time, but she was like Stephanie's friend. And
you might be right.
But was it Michelle? No, Michelle. Oh, wait, Michelle's friend. Yeah. She was one of Michelle's friends who came by the way. Journey been in it.
Hey, she been doing that thing for a long time.
We ain't gonna say nothing about her brother though. We're gonna leave that as
you ain't have to mention it.
Have you seen the documentary about that? Have you watched
that? Man, let's move forward. So All-Star Fandom Prime is every Wednesday
at 9:05.
9:05.
Man wrote a check.
Hey dog, come on, bro. Come on, dog.
Unless we have a special guest like we did today and with Guy Augustini.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
He found the biggest Nigerian brother he could find.
He had that damn rope, and then come on, he going to Subway
at 2 a.m,
bro.
In
Chicago.
0.
Come on, with no jacket.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Ewoks, Wookiees, Porgs, all others in between. All-Star Fandom Prime every week, Wednesday at 9:05-ish. Unless we have a special guest and we have to change things around. We are here to talk about all of your favorite fandoms and more. We got a ton of stuff coming up, so make sure you are subscribed, you're liking, you're sharing, you hit the notification bell so you are primed to never miss a live broadcast or upload from us here at All-Star Fandom.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
And we take cash, no checks. Next up,
PayPal, Cash App.
Nicholas Hoult has been cast as Gilderoy Lockhart for Harry Potter Season 2. We found our Lockhart. Superman's Lex Luthor, star of Nosferatu, and the Great is set to play Gilderoy on Season 2, which adapts Chamber of Secrets and starts filming this fall ahead of Season's 1 Christmas Day premiere. Lockhart was played by Kenneth Brogdon. Is that I think that's how
Kenneth Brogdon.
Thank you. In 2002, film a vain, fame-obsessed wizard and a self-proclaimed war hero who becomes Hogwarts' new defense against the arts teacher.
Dark arts.
Only dark arts. Thank you. Only for it to become very, very clear, very fast. He has no idea what he's doing.
He's
so a little funny, a funny wrinkle here too is like Hoult has talked before about auditioning for Harry Potter himself as a kid, a role that obviously went to Daniel Radcliffe, and he since joked he's too old to play Harry now, but could probably still pull off 11 with the right set of glasses. Now he's landing a completely different kind of role in the same world. Season 2 is confirmed to include John Lithgow, well, the rest of the cast that we went through over from season 1. Nicholas Hoult, is that the right energy for Gilderoy Lockhart? Jen?
I think so, because Nicholas actually does have a really good range from all the other projects he has done. From his show that he did with Ella Fanning about the Queen of Russia, the Empress, and with his quirky personality in there. Now he's doing Lex Luthor. He's done the biopic about Tolkien. So he has the range for it. So I'm actually really excited for this pick, and I'm excited to see how he's going to bring this character to life again with his own spin on it. So yay.
I mean, the young man does have range. I mean, if you saw the movie, the Menu, and Renfield,
yes,
he can do. He has the comedic timing to make this character his own. Which, I mean, I'm not mad at the choice. I'm not mad at it.
It's interesting to me because I'm like, y'all have been in it longer than I have with Harry Potter, because I just finished the book and I've seen the movie for this one. I don't know, man. I'm anxious to see him pull it off because Kenneth played him so well.
Like, that's why.
When I was reading the book, I was reading it. It was a mix of him and like Gaston. Like that's how I was reading it. And I'm like,
that's a good comparison.
Yeah, and I'm like reading it. And I'm like, that seems to be the vibe I would get from whoever would play him. And Nicholas Hoult, great actor, man. Like, I mean, yeah, he could pull this off. Obviously, it's a comedic role too, a bit of a comedic role, right? He's younger than Kenneth as well, so that'll go well within the book too, within the story of season 2. So I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see it, just because it's so fresh in my mind with how I read it and how I just watched it.
Yeah.
It's very fresh. Very fresh.
I'm curious to know why Sage think Michael Cera would have been a better choice. I'm just curious.
Sage.
No. Now,
I love
Sage. Who played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, the live action?
Oh, that was his name is Luke. I forget his last name.
Evans. Was it Luke Evans?
Yes.
Luke Evans. Yeah, he was in also in The Hobbit as the Rivertown man.
He would have been that vibe he gave with that role, and seeing him able to portray that. I don't think I can remember I don't think I've seen anything of Nicholas Hoult where I'm like funny, charismatic, a little out there, a little pompous. Nothing comes to mind, but I'm sure there's something. I haven't seen it.
It's that show about the Empress of Russia where he plays the emperor. He actually does that in that show where he's crazy, he's kooky, he's outlandish.
Emperor of Russia?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think I saw a picture of him when I was pulling
with Ella Fanning,
Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out too.
I'm gonna look up the actual show name. Give me one.
This has to be like, just from a cast for a show, these are some huge names for the Harry Potter series, man. We got a guy who's in Superman, for goodness sakes, man, and is playing Lex Luthor. And he's going to take his time and use his time to do season 2 of that. Good for him. DC is not scared, man. Go get your money elsewhere. You never know.
It's a little bit of history.
Never know.
It's a little bit of history. It's a little,
never know.
it's a little bit of history repeating itself, because with all the movies we got these pockets of great actors coming in from, Kenneth Branagh playing the character. Then we got Emma Thompson playing one of the teachers. So it's a little bit, like I said, a little bit of history repeating itself, because that's what happened with the OG films.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think this series is going to be really dope. Drops on Christmas Day? Christmas holidays?
Yeah. It's
which
dropping
is right
in
around,
December.
man. It'll be here before you know it.
Everybody keeps saying it is literally right around the corner.
It will be. We're in August right now. We're about to be in, come on, man.
But where is the fall weather, my guy? You know what I'm saying? That's what we waiting on.
You'll get it around the time this comes out for season 1. That's how I feel about it. But no, we'll see Nicholas Hoult as man, as old Gilderoy, man. It was fun reading his lines too, because I was reading them very pompous and very arrogantly throughout too. So we'll see what Nicholas Hoult can bring out. Like I said, DC is not so secure, so you never know, man. Line those pockets.
The official name of the show about the Empress of Russia, is also co-starring with Ella Fanning, is called The Great, and it's a Hulu.
The Great,
TV.
Okay.
The Great.
All right, I'm gonna give those a shot, because I want to see more of him. Was wild. I saw him over the weekend in what was it? Clash of the Titans. He was in that, and he was super young.
Yes, he was. He was in
super
that.
Young in that.
He also did that. He also did that comedy zombie movie where he was like the dead zombie rom-com movie.
Well, man, that he was. That's called Renfield, when Nicolas Cage was the vampire.
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage,
and he was his. Yes, he was his. What do you call it?
Assistant or something?
He was his ghoul.
His ghoul.
Oh, yes. So ghoul is his assistant. Yes.
Like a vampire in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he had to eat bugs. Yeah, he did eat bugs too. Bugs gave him his powers. Gave him super strength and a whole bunch of stuff. It didn't at all.
That movie,
but
it was gross at times, sure, but
it was so funny. It was. Well, Kadeem Hard, bro. You know what? Can I say, bro? They bringing back some gems, bro, because we finna get like a different world again.
Did you see the first look picture for that with him and Whitley together? I'm like, boy, talk about bringing
nostalgia.
And it, hey man, I can't wait to. I can't wait to that drop. Dude.
I know my parents love me.
That was such a good intro, man. Such a good intro. Like the movie,
most of the shows we watched had awesome theme songs, bro.
They did, yes.
The theme songs mean nothing anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just like let's
Deonne,
get into it.
That's something we should do. We should rate theme songs from our favorite shows.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I'm trying to think of what my number one is, because we couldn't play them, but
I'll tell you what it is. Them. Boom, 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 boom. Life is like a hurricane.
We're doing t-shirt. Wait, we doing TV shows or sitcom? What's the parameter here?
TV shows.
So any TV. So cartoons too, or just TV shows? Like what are we?
Are you talking about live action TV shows?
Live action or
just animation?
Yeah.
We could do both. We could do a live action and an animation segment.
So you get choo-choo.
That one guy made
this day and age.
That one guy made about 3 different. He made what? Page. That Full House, Step by Step, probably.
Yeah.
That was one. If the text was like bubble letters and script and gold, he did it.
he did it.
I did it. I don't know what would be my number one. I don't know what would be.
Look at Sage already starting. Good Times versus.
Look at he already started.
I
don't know what would be my one.
Anyway,
you got Sanford that song.
I do like it.
Yep.
I do like the Jefferson. Moving on up is a good timeless thing.
Oh,
he really
is. Yeah, that's such a classic.
And then the way they synced it with like George dancing sometimes, like he and Helen were dancing. I'm like, okay, this is. I don't know what would be my number one.
Nostalgia.
That's a hard.
Oh my goodness,
that would be a
animation. Animation. I'm probably going Darkwing.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's the Cosby Show. Don't talk to me no more.
There are about 4 different versions of that song,
and I know them all, and you should too. Don't talk to me.
Every season has a different theme song for the Cosby Show.
My favorite was the what was it? Them in like the shorts and shirts and stuff, like it was like a jungle or something.
Yes.
That was my favorite one. I really hated the 90s one where trying to get urban.
With the
yeah. And then it's a funny line in Fresh Prince where he's looking at TV Guide and he talks about the Cosby's streetwise cousin comes and says,
yeah.
That's decent.
He did say that. Yeah.
He did say it.
He's like, that's decent.
That's decent.
Because they were just it was the whole premise of his show of Fresh Prince. But no, it was Jen, now you got me thinking. I don't even want to move to the next topic.
No,
place like home. It's in the slate. Okay, Batman 2 New.
227 is good too.
Yeah, dude. All them theme songs were jamming, bro.
There's got to be one that I'm missing out. That's just
look in the heat of the night.
But would that make your top one? It's like what makes your top one?
How many choices I got? I got trouble.
Kill that before we're not close to. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this too, I know Jen said everything so eloquently. YouTube is changing their policy on monetization come February. So they doubled the amount of watch hours. So if you would like to sort of help us out on our journey to greatness and you want to jump on, we'd love
we have to get moderator status at Dragon Con. There is a path.
Love people to jump on. So go ahead and we'll put this in a playlist. I just need you to binge the playlist. That's all.
You ain't got to look at it. Just play it on everything.
When you go to bed at night, press play. When you when you get up in the morning, go to the shower,
brush your teeth,
press play.
Press play.
Brush your teeth, press play. Go on a walk, press play. Go on a drive, press play.
And tell somebody about us because we still need 1,000 subscribers as well as the watch hours.
Yes,
because now with that move there, it's gonna be a tougher hill to climb. But we're on it. We're moving in a good direction.
We're about 200 subscribers from that 1,000. So y'all come on.
Because YouTube is YouTubing right now. We're supporting come on, brother.
They are using the tubing.
As long as we put together a fun show and we're doing this, and we have great guests like we had on with Charles, great guests we had on with Guy from X-Men,
and Mr. and Mrs. Leewall,
and so many others.
ATO Worldwide.
And the community we built. So help us out, help them out. Let's do this thing together, man. But moving on I'm still thinking about those damn songs. Moving on to
you're welcome.
Our last topic before Fandom Radar, because we went long with Charles. Thanks for he gave us a lot of time. That was really dope.
Yes, thank you,
him to
Charles.
do tonight. But so we're gonna clear a few things up for Batman. The Batman 2. So because this one's been floating around online in a way that isn't quite accurate. The claim going around is that Matt Reeves is filming the Batman Part 2 and 3 back to back. Apparently that is not the case. James Gunn was actually asked about this directly in recent threads, and he shut it down completely. He was like he can deny that they are not shooting both films simultaneously. So to be clear, Part 2 is filming right now in the UK and scheduled for a good grief February 2028 release. Part 3 is not already in production alongside it. That said, the fan theory wasn't coming from nowhere. Part 2 has had one of the longest, most delayed development cycles of any recent superhero sequel, which is exactly why people assumed something bigger was happening behind the scenes. 2028. I'm going to leave this up there. The mix up is actually a perfect excuse to talk about it too, because we've brought it up before. Where does an actual DCU Batman fit into James Gunn's timeline? We know it's not Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman, and it's confirmed to exist in its own separate Elseworld, right?
Yeah.
Aside from Gunn's DCU, the DCU's own Batman is set to debut in a completely different film, The Brave and the Bold, which will also introduce Damon Wayne as Robin. Here's the catch: that Batman hasn't been cast yet. And Gunn said flatly, there's no casting news coming until the script is fully locked. He also said, he's saying a lot, that he won't release 2 Batman movies in the same calendar year, which effectively rules out Brave and the Bold landing in 2027 or 2028 alongside Matt Reeves' Batman, the Batman Part 2.
And you talked about that a couple shows ago.
Realistically, that pushes the DCU's first live-action Batman to 2029 at the earliest, meaning the characters everyone actually wants to see join Superman, Supergirl, and the rest of his universe is still years out, even though Batman has technically already existed in that universe as a cameo in Creature Commandos. What's up? We're 2028?
Wow. I mean, the one thing I can think of why also 2028, Robert has been busy. He's had a big year this year.
That man been working. I'm glad he working. He could get Mahershala Ali.
He has done Dune. He just did The Odyssey. He did another movie with Zendaya.
He did a comic movie, right?
Comic movie,
romantic comedy.
And he's about to do To Catch a Predator too, the Chris Hansen story.
Yeah, so
Seriously?
that just got announced.
You haven't seen the trailer for that?
No.
It just dropped.
It dropped last week.
Dude, I stopped watching trailers because we watch them on here, bro.
I just saw that on the timeline, man. And here's the reason why. I saw it on my timeline, and on Paramount, Chris Hansen has a show called The Takedown. And that's what he obviously does his To Catch Predator stuff. And I've been watching that. So as soon as it came across my timeline and he was up there, and I'm like, what's happening here? Then I see Robert Pattinson, and my headphones were already in. So I just pressed play, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's what
okay.
That's one reason why. That's one reason why I think we're getting this in 2028, because he's been busy. He's been making so much stuff. So much is coming out.
Jen, I don't think it's just on him, though. I don't know if it's just...
No, it's. I'm not saying that. I said it's one of the reasons, because he has been literally booked and busy. But then there's other layers to it as well.
2022 is when the first one came out. 2022.
Yeah. And they put that one directly on streaming, where this one I think is going to go directly into theater.
Did that go? Wait, it went to theaters.
No, the Batman was in movie theaters because we talked about it. We were supposed to.
It was 2022.
We actually did go see it and talk about it.
That was
I didn't go to the theater.
I don't remember that.
I saw it on HBO Max.
That's where I watched it. That's why I thought it went right to streaming.
Were we still? I felt like we had made our way back to theaters by then. It had to have done well, but I know I personally watched it for the first time on Max. But that could have been just me doing a thing. Doc, obviously it does make sense, right, to not have 2 Batman, right?
Yeah, that makes sense, but that means we won't see a Batman in Clayface, so we can forget that theory.
You could get what could happen, another tease like Creature Commandos that could keep you like him standing on a building with the back of his cowl.
I'm tired of the teasing shit, bro.
Oh no, he's your boy though.
I already told you last time. I said he's starting to piss me off. I told you that. I said he's starting to piss me off, bro.
Yes.
Hey, go ahead, Jen.
I was gonna say real quick. I just fact checked myself. The Batman that Robert Pattinson did in 2022 actually did go into theaters worldwide in March of that year. So it did go.
Okay. I just know I didn't go see it, and I waited for Max because I think they still put it on there pretty quickly.
No, they did.
I felt like they put it. Yeah.
That's why I thought it just went to streaming right away, because that's how I watched it. I don't even recall hearing it was in the theater. That's why I assumed that. But anyway.
Yeah. Again, we brought it up before. It seems like we have to wait till these are over. I think obviously Robert's going to get. And here's the thing. I do want to go back and rewatch The Batman, because Robert Pattinson and everything I've seen recently, I've loved him in.
He's a phenomenal actor.
A really, really good actor. So I want to give his Batman another chance. But we're talking 2022. We get his release in 2027. We might not get another one until, like, come on, man. Like,
you mean 2028. 2028.
2028.
Yeah. And you know, we've talked about this before with other IPs. One primary example was with the Mandalorian IP from season 2, and then how long we had to wait for season 3, and how they ended season 2, and how that all that excitement, that build up, and then we waited so long for season 3, and it just kind of fizzled out a little bit. I think it's going to be the same thing for this one, because we're right now we're in 2026 since that first film came out. How many years has that been?
And think about what the competition has done between that time. They've stumbled a bit. They've been rocky.
And what the competition's going to continue to do, because we got Doomsday coming out this year.
Yeah, and then Secret Wars, and then an entirely new MCU to a degree, right?
Because we already got Black Panther confirmed with a date. It's already locked
that
in.
Confirmed. Like, yeah.
Like that.
So I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is disappointing a bit, but I get it. Let's get Robert Pattinson his 3 movies, his trilogy, and hopefully a Batman can move into DCU. But y'all know how a bit pessimistic I can be with DC. Who's to say the DCU is even around in 2028?
Yeah, so that's a good point. Because your man keeps screwing up, bro. They're gonna be like, "Hey, man, give us our money back and get that."
I don't know if you have this in the radar, but I even saw on social media today DC canceled something else today.
They canceled. What was it? Was it Wonder Woman? Something. It was something.
No,
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is still happening. It was something else that I think had Viola Davis in it,
and Amanda Waller. Yeah, the Waller series and Paradise Lost. That was supposed to be the Amazon one.
Paradise Lost.
So there's 2 that have gotten the axe again from the umbrella of DC.
Yep.
Of DC. So you won't be seeing those anytime soon.
Oh well.
We should just start putting a sound.
I guess I need to just be looking forward to the Batman too.
We should.
I think so.
We should get the sound bite of the horn that goes dur, 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 every time DC cancels something.
It's like when Mikey and Donnie found that pizza with penicillin on the first. It's like, you like penicillin on your pizza? Oh.
Oh man.
Well, we shall see what's in store for DC, DCU, DC, Elseworld. We'll see what happens, man, because only right now the thing that's working for them is the Elseworld stuff. Penguin knocked it out of the park. Batman got really good reviews off that.
Yep.
Peacemaker is part of DCU, but alone from that, like, what else? And Superman was, again, I still played it safe, but it did well last year.
It did what it needed to do. It played well.
But then you have another movie who came out this year that's going to lose about $200 million. Yeah. So what do you do? Hey, man.
They got to figure out a way to make it up. And this movie, what if this movie don't make it up, though? What if Clayface is trash and it don't make no money?
Well, I think the Clayface thing is like, I don't know if they're expecting Like, so it'll probably be really good, and it has a chance of being a surprise, like box office smash, right?
I mean, I think they're doing the right thing by putting it out during
Halloween,
because it fits into that genre really well.
You're hedging your bets a bit with that one. You're like, okay, well, people want to go see a scary movie in October. Let's give them this. It's not. It wasn't as expensive to make as like a Supergirl, so they should make their money back from this. And especially if it turns out to be good, like people will go back and see it. But again, it's Clayface. You might know it's a Batman villain. You might not know it's a Batman villain. It depends on the audience that you're trying to attract to, because there's no Batman in this one.
I mean, part of the
people might have that Sony taste in their mouth a little bit too, you know. Where it's like a villain
some
movie.
Of the fan base that they're trying to hit is that horror fan base, because like we just said, it's coming out during horror time.
Yeah, but that's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
to see how they sort of tie that together, because that's not a notable like kitchen table name, you know, a household name.
It's one of those. It's one of those. If you're into comic books and you're into the lore, you know who Clayface is. If you're new to the game, you have no idea.
Yeah, so you could go in blind and it could end up working, but you see with recognition of things, Spider-Man just made another billion, or is about to make another billion. So
literally. Not far away.
We'll see. But to close out tonight is our Fandom Radar. This is a thing that we didn't have time to fully dive into, but figured we'd go over it anyway. Yeah. First up, we talked. Oh, wrong slide, Deonne. First up, we talked Kratos last week. Now we talk Ryan Hurst again. He releases this video, or this picture rather, of him being super jacked.
Yeah.
And it looks better than the picture that we actually got from Amazon.
He looks good.
Yeah.
What happened here? I don't know, but what got lost in translation with that one picture to this doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. I don't know.
Maybe he looks far better. Photoshop cleanup.
Man, did they photoshopped all his veins and his muscles? His muscles out.
We got AI. We got Photoshop came before AI, and they work together now in tandem. You never know.
Just airbrush that out. I'm like, man, but come on. Also, speaking more about Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man 2 and the very first Spider-Man has seen an uptick in players. So after the box office run, still the current box office run of Spider-Man Brand New Day, Google searches for Spider-Man games are up roughly 40% since release. Marvel Spider-Man hit a 4-year concurrent player high, and Marvel Spider-Man 2 logged its strongest PC performance since launch, with one report estimating around 316,000 additional copies sold and an $11 million sales bump in under 2 weeks. And they also helped fuel this by releasing the new movie-inspired suit into the game. Yeah. I'm part of that people who played it again, man. As soon been swinging all week. Amazing. And it's also been confirmed, if you didn't know, Spider-Man 3, Insomniac Spider-Man 3 is in the works as well, obviously. So we'll pick that up when it comes out, because we got Wolverine in the next month.
We do.
So we'll see how that goes. And we talked sitcoms earlier.
We
got a Martin spinoff, man. We going back to Varnell Hill.
Oh,
so apparently Tommy Davidson is reprising his Martin character Varnell Hill nearly 30 years later in a new workplace comedy set behind the scenes of Varnell's own late night talk show. Martin Lawrence will make recurring appearances, and he's also executive producer alongside Tommy Davidson. It premieres September 1st on Paramount Plus with 2 episodes, then drops weekly through an October 13 finale. Doc, Varnell Hill, man. The catfish are delicious.
Did you miss me? Of course they did. Martin was so jealous.
So better open up with him saying that.
Martin said, how can I get to the game? I want to get to the game.
Varnell gave us was it 3 episodes or 2? Hollywood Swing.
2 episodes.
2. He gave us a solid one when he came to see Martin at the radio station.
Yep.
And then we go out to Hollywood and we get Martin with Jodeci. Casey and like
yes.
That's a back-to-back.
And 2 of the funniest episodes of Martin ever.
Yeah.
Back-to-back.
And to think, I don't know if you ever watched any like backstory. All of that was like improv. That whole thing with him with Martin and Varnell in the radio station, and he was telling him about how much of the county they own and how he can get to the money and how you got to get on the road and start working the road.
It's Martin's face. That's how you, because Martin breaks at least 3 times sitting in that chair. Because he breaks on Catfish Are Delicious. He breaks on that. He breaks about owning the county.
Yep.
It's
and when you talk about Larry Bird and Michael Jordan shooting that McDonald's commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You got what do you think? You got what, yams or something in the back? What was it? Like
yams and collard greens and catfish.
And then
fried died, lay that to the side, catfish and gravy. I ain't too lazy.
I ain't look lazy. That's what broke Martin, man. I was like, how do I get to the games?
Bro, if Tommy Davidson, which I mean he normally does bring his A game, bro, because I've missed Tommy Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because one of my favorite movies, and I don't give a damn what nobody say, is Booty Call. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That movie is absolutely hilarious. Him and Jamie Foxx.
It's a good time, bro. Man.
It is.
Woo ain't bad
even with Woo. Man. Yeah, with Woo and him and Jada Pinkett. Like, absolutely. And then him on Ace Ventura as the wildest person in the whole village.
Gosh, yes.
Tommy Davidson is the dude, bro. So I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I know they're gonna bring it, so I can't wait to see it.
Let's do it.
Any surprise cameos other than Martin? Do you think?
Yeah, the Wayans. Bring them all in. Keenan.
Let me rephrase that. Any Martin?
Okay. Well, here's the thing, because there's a thing. It's gonna be an actual Varnell Hill show. Like, it's not a show.
Yes, I get it, but any legacy Martin?
Maybe he'll bring Tashina Arnold. He probably bring them all back. You know what I'm saying?
Sage put
and I'm like, but here's the thing: will Martin be able to do that?
That's what I was saying. If Martin was like, if he were to bring these characters back, could you imagine seeing Jerome after 30 years?
Yeah, or Elroy Preston, or King Beef.
Boy, don't get me started on Elroy Preston, man.
What I would love in a perfect world, every episode has an alumni, just one time.
That would be cool too.
Every episode has one person from the OG.
Dude, bring back dog. But Martin has to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? To bring back those specific characters. You see what I'm saying? Because if he's not, and I don't see Martin right now being Shanae.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? Now I don't even see Martin right now being Dragonfly.
It's the ones that make sense, right? Like, it would have to be some of them that make sense, right? I don't know if he can do Otis's. He most definitely can do Otis now. I don't know, man, because we're 30 years later. He's still around doing security. Man, but those characters, dog, are timeless, bro. I'm gonna watch this, man. I'm gonna watch this because
we all should watch it.
It's so rare to get a spinoff like this late in the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like somebody Paramount, like, hey, like, let's figure this out. Like, Martin wants to do something. Yep.
Let's figure it out.
Hill, what character could do a Martin spinoff, like, without it being Martin as a character? I don't know if I can watch 30 minutes of man. Well, I'm just saying the fact that Martin has actually been like working the road and doing his stand-up comedy again, he might come back with some of those characters, dog. You can just never know. It would be cool to see in some form or fashion those characters. Cole should be the guard. Well, I was thinking like he just works on the show, you know, like he just there to drive the same Pinto, you know. Yeah, Pacer, not a Pinto. He was driving a Pacer. Yeah, the Pacer. Like I just gassed up the pacer.
You know what I'm saying? I'll meet you over there. I'm gonna come pick you up. Yeah, dog. Yes.
I can't wait to see. I'm gonna do it.
Dude, if they ever were to recreate that. We New Jack City scene with him and that damn dog.
It's too classic. We lost Tommy 2 years ago or maybe more.
Several years ago. He been gone.
So it feels still so recent.
Yeah, it does.
Hustle Man.
Yeah,
I mean, Tracy Morgan could come back for Hustle Man.
Yes, he could. And of course, Tisha Arnold could come back as Pam, and Gina could come in. I mean, Gina.
No, that's passe. We're using pork and bean juice now.
Yeah, but Tisha Campbell could come back as Gina. I think, man, it would be great, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be great.
We'll see where we land on this, because now I'm thinking like spin-off characters from like a Martin universe of like who else could work. But Varnell Hill works. It works with the comedy that they're trying to do. I know you didn't put no gazoo on no
saxophone. Hey, come in here and try to get no record contract.
I saw you bob your head though. I need him to pick up the pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's what to get me. When the little boy lied and said he was his son, dog.
Sorry, Martin.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to Arizona.
Oh, I just do
so many good ones. But we'll keep an eye out on that
1,000,000%
and see how that rolls. Because we could go here and do Martin episodes all day. By far, this is our longest episode that we've ever done. But be sure to go back and check out our interview with our friend Charles McFall. He's the oh my god,
digital track director of Dragon Con.
Digital media track director of Dragon Con. Thank you, Doc. He sat on here for a while, just giving us some good advice, some stuff about Dragon Con in this 40 years. So that's at the beginning of this video. So please take a look at that. And just like every week, we will be back here every Wednesday, 9:05 p.m. Eastern time, going over all things in fandom. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram at All-Star Fandom Show. And like I said, with the watch hours, just watch. Just
please
watch.
Please.
Just go ahead and watch. We got to get those hours. But also with Dragon Con 2, we'll be there. So that Thursday night, we're going to do our Total Recall 90s action trivia. And that's the one where you come out, test your skills on 90s trivia. You can go as a lone wolf, or you can be a buddy cop comedy team. So you could do it together. But it's going to be a fun night. We're going to pretty much help kick off the Thursday night of Dragon Con. And we'll be there all weekend doing all the interviews, all the media stuff, talking to Charles in the digital media tracks, and doing everything that we can to and shout out to East Atlanta Comics as well for being our prize sponsor too. We'll have a first, second, and third prize for our winners, and they were generous enough to donate a few of our prizes for our trivia. So
Lauren trips me out. Is what she said about you. You just talked to them.
Well, I did, and I made it.
You didn't just talk to him and you forgot.
Here's the thing. I just quarterbacked for 2 hours and 47 minutes. Okay, give me at least a break. You know,
this is true.
I just quarterbacked this thing. I point guarded this
every
thing.
Second that goes for this show becomes the longest episode every second.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and get out of here. So again, we're here next week. Be on the lookout for us at Dragon Con. And again, get those watch hours up. We're counting on you.
Yes.
We believe in you.
Yes,
we believe in you.
With great power comes with great responsibility.
Yes.
And that's getting us over the finish line. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
Bye.